I'm a computer dunce. Just know that I've misplaced something, been looking for it for the last 2 hours on the computer, and I think it's gone forever because I'm a dunce. Personal computer came out in 1982 or somewhere around there. It was the first one I ever saw in my high school. Took the computer class. Been working with computers off and on for the better part of 30 years, and they still confound me. And I'm just highly, highly aggravated right now about what I've done today. But the show must go on. I do have an opportunity for you. It's called the Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club Summer Membership Promotion. Go to the Voice of Ocala, Buddy Martin, the Voice of Ocala Facebook page. Find the header that says Golden Ocala and Buddy Martin Media. There's a contest going on. All you have to do to be a part of the contest is say, I want to be a member. Write that in the comment line. I want to be a member. And your name will go into the ever-popular WOCA Fish Bowl. A drawing will be held the 25th of May, I believe, the day after Memorial Day. So it may be the 26th. Let me look. The 26th of May. Whoever's name we draw out of the Fish Bowl that day will be the winner of a golf summer membership to Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. If you're not the name we pull out, if you would like to be a member of Golden Ocala over the summer, go to goldenocala.com or call 629-6229 to find out more information about the summer membership program at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. Very easy, though, to get involved to be into the drawing. And after we give away the free golf membership, then 2 weeks later, we're going to give away a free spa and tennis membership to Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Hello. This is Jim.
Turn your radio down, Jim. Turn your radio down for me, please.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody can hear me and you talk. We sound like Lou Gehrig.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you need the link to the steroid thing sent again? Is that what you lost?
No, that is not what I lost. No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I appreciate you wanting to send that. Send it to me again, Jim, just in case I didn't see it the first time. Tom at WOCA.
Okay, very good.
Thank you, sir.
Afternoon.
Thank you. But if you'd like to be part of our Golden Ocala summer membership promotion, Buddy Martin, the Voice of Ocala Facebook page, or you can go to my Facebook page, post it on my Facebook page, Tom Schmitz, or you can go to Tom at WOCA.com. That's T as in Tom, O as in obnoxious, M as in me, at WOCA.com. Tom at WOCA.com. And just tell me I want to be a member. And your name will be listed in a drawing that'll be held March 26th, and the winner will have a membership to Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club for the summer. You'll be a winner of a summer golf membership to Golden Ocala. If you want to find out more about the memberships to Golden Ocala, the golf memberships or the spa and tennis memberships, go to goldenocala.com or call 629-6229 for your chance. For more information, too. I know we've talked about this, but I want to reiterate again. This Friday, the star of southernpigskin.com, Terry Bradshaw, will be in the studio here at the WOCA studios. He'll be doing live radio from 4 to 6. We will have a viewing area set up outside for those who want to come and listen to the show and sit outside and look in the studio and watch the show. As it transpires, you will have that opportunity. There will be a viewing area set up in front of the windows at WOCA. You'll be able to come, hang out and watch the Voice of Ocala as it's broadcast and watch Terry Bradshaw be a live part of the show from in studio. That'll be something cool to, not something that happens every day here in Ocala. Terry Bradshaw live in the studio this Friday for the Voice of Ocala and Buddy Sports page. So join us here. There'll be a viewing area set up outside so you can listen to the show as it happens live in the studio. I'm just so mad with myself. You know, it's one of those things, you know you did something and you can't find what you did. And you know it's something simple that you did and you probably just cut yourself out of the whole situation doing something silly by not finishing a final step, and it cost you. We've all done it. At one time or another, we've all clicked that button, save something. We know we saved it, then we go back and look for it, and it's not there because you did something that was duncy and it cost you the file. I'm so disgusted with myself. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, there's a helicopter missing in Nepal. And I'm going to tell you 10 foods you need to avoid if you want to get healthy. 9 of them I think I eat on a regular basis. And I'm going to tell you about a woman who is suing her former employee over invasion of privacy. And wait till you hear how they invaded it. Plus, I got another one of those stories where a hidden treasure was found at a yard sale. All that plus Trivinator Tuesday with Tom. Your chance to win. I got Mojo's Grill and Catering Company. I got La Famiglia gift certificates. I got Bob Wine's Camellia Garden gift certificates. I'm going to ask a question. You get that question right, I'll ask a follow-up question. You get that right, you're a winner. Right here on the Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. If you want to play Trivia Tuesday with Tom, give me a call. 622-9622 is the number. We'll play next on The Source.
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Hi, it's Lisa Midget, owner of the Proper Teeth Salon in downtown Ocala. We are a Wella Professional Color Global Elite Salon, which basically means we really know what we're doing for your hair. We also specialize in Brazilian blowouts, hot heads extensions, and fabulous haircuts for men and women. We are located across from the downtown post office next to Southside Deli. Call us today for your appointment at 352-351-1771 or visit our website, properteethsalon.com. The Proper Teeth Salon, giving classy a kick in the sassy. Come see us.
Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala and Bellevue. Prestige, it's all there in our name.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Cozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Hi, Danny Werfel here. Get moving with Florida Credit Union's fast and easy loan approval process.
Let Florida Credit Union start up a new car loan for you today. No more waiting, hassles, or stop signs. You can even apply online. With a strong financial team behind you, you can enjoy great rates and fast approvals.
It's all about personalized service and a streamlined process.
Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life.
Shop at Shannon Roth Collection for your special someone this Mother's Day. We'll guide you to the perfect gift to make you a winner in your lady's eyes. We have hobo handbags, 4 new cutting-edge jewelry lines, 6 new apparel lines, shoes, that on-the-go favorite as well, chocolate. And don't forget, we have free gift wrapping to make your shopping experience a breeze at Shannon Roth Collection. The Shannon Roth Collection located on the Historic Square in downtown Ocala.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala on the Trivionator Tuesday with Tom. If you'd like to play Trivionator Tuesday, give me a call, 622-9622. You answer this question, I'll ask you a follow-up question. You answer that question, you are a winner. Here's as soon as I get my glasses. There's my glasses. Okay. Here it is. What news program is the longest-running show in television history? 622-9622. Hi, caller. Who's this?
This is Dan.
Hey, Dan. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Hey, I got to ask you a question.
Oh, I love when you ask me questions.
Because I know you wrote into our Mother's Day situation.
Yes, I did.
Your mother was a smart woman, wasn't she?
Oh, still is.
What'd she tell you? Marry that woman.
Marry that girl. All she said, 3 words. Marry that girl.
And it's proved wise for 20 years.
Yep. Best advice she ever gave me.
There you go. It did not win our Mother's Day of all Mother's Day, but if I had a vote, it would have won.
Aw, that's nice of you. That's nice of you.
All right, Dan, what news what? Go ahead.
What are we playing for? I don't even know what the prize is. We only win every 30 days. So is it worth it or not?
We're playing for a Mojo's Grill and Catering Company gift card.
Oh, hot dang. That's a good one.
$10.
$10
Mojo's. All right, so what news program is the longest-running show in television history?
I believe that is Meet the Press.
That is correct, sir. Meet the Press. Meet the Press.
Correct.
All right, now, what 2 countries share the world's longest undefended border? 5 seconds.
Yes. United States and Canada.
You're a winner, sir. Ding, 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 ding. You are a winner. Dan the man, as it were.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Hey, let me ask you this. You went out and entered the Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club summer membership promotion yet?
No, I did not, and there's a reason why.
You don't play golf.
Well, unfortunately, that's true because every time I win the golf thing, I like to give it to my boss because he's a real nice guy.
Well, you don't want to give your boss. You don't want to give your boss a membership to Golden Ocala, though.
Oh, you know what? I didn't know I could transfer it. I think I will.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you could.
I don't know. Why not?
I don't know.
You just hand it to me. Could I just pass it over because you're a good
I don't
guy?
know. I don't know. I'll have to. I'll have to find out.
I'll enter just for fun and see what happens.
All right, Dan. Hey, have a great day. Congratulations. You'll be able to pick this up tomorrow after 9 a.m.
Cool. We can then go to the commissary afterwards.
There you go.
Love it.
Tribinated Tuesday with Tom.
Work, guys.
Thanks,
Love
Dan.
The show.
So I'm looking in the control room at Dan Martone, and he's sending me, messages through the computer. Are you saying the AM is going to shut down for about 15 minutes soon? And you'll tell me prior to it doing so I can tell the entire listening audience so they don't freak out when the FM goes down for 15 minutes? Just the AM, not the FM, just the AM. So if you're listening on AM, you may lose it for 15 minutes. So switch over to the FM to 96.3, and you won't lose it. But I'm going to be honest. The AM signal is a great signal, but if you are in the in town or in a close enough proximity for the FM, which pretty much is all of Marion County, the FM's where you should go. The AM will get you to sometimes in Lake County, sometimes in Sumter County, sometimes in Alachua County. The FM's all over Marion County. The FM's the way to go. I had a guy, he was telling me that he's a NASCAR fan. And he came to where I do music on Sunday afternoons for Mojo's at the the Ocala National Golf Course. They have a pool out there, and I'm doing music there on Sunday afternoons. Guy coming, he had a NASCAR hat on. He said, they say you're on the radio. I said, yeah, I work for 96.3. I do an afternoon show. I'm part of an afternoon show. And he said, oh, really? I said, yeah. I said, you're a NASCAR fan. I see the Dale Jr. hat. I said, we're the NASCAR station in town. He said, oh, no, that's 1370 AM. I said, well, yes, it is. That's also 96.3 FM. So he listens to us and didn't know he listened to us. So if you're in the hearing of my voice and you're listening to AM, switch over to FM because the AM is going to be down for a few minutes very soon. So now, about an hour. So go ahead and switch over to 96.3 and you will not lose any of the broadcast. 622-9622, your chance to win. Let me give a $10 gift certificate to La Famiglia Pizzeria. It's at the corner of 25th and Maricamp. La Famiglia's Pizzeria. Not just pizza, it's much more. It's a $10 gift certificate. All you got to do is answer 2 Trivial Pursuit questions. I'll give you the first one on the air. Then I'll give you the second one when you call in. You'll have 10 seconds to answer the second one. Is your voice box a muscle, an organ, or a bone? Is your voice box a muscle, an organ, or a bone? Hi, caller. Who's this?
This is Kathy.
Hey, Kathy Cole. How are you?
Okay, good.
Kathy Cole, have you won trivia in the last 30 days?
No.
Okay. We'll check because you win. You're so smart. It's the problem. See.
Oh, thank you. I don't know about all that.
All right, Kathy. Is your voice box a muscle, an organ, or a bone?
I think it is a muscle.
It is an organ.
It's an organ.
It's an organ.
I didn't get that. All righty.
Kathy, thanks for playing Trivinator Tuesday with Tom.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 622-9622 for your chance to win. Question out there now. Trivinator Tuesday with Tom. What is the generation of people born from 1946 to 1964 known as? What are the generation of people born from 1946 to 1964 known as? If you know that answer, give me a call, 622-9622. 10 foods that you shouldn't eat if you want to get healthier. Says this from Yahoo Health, and they're kind of a no-brainer. Says, I need to get healthier. That's been my refrain for the past 5 years. I'm ready to get a better body, stop being so overweight. So I go to Yahoo Health, and they said, well, ban these 10 foods from your mouth and never look back. Number one thing is processed meats. Hot dogs, any processed medium rich in sodium, hot dogs, bologna, lunch meats, processed lunch meats, Vienna sausage, all of which are on my list of edibles. So I can't do that. So right now I'm behind the 8 ball. Let's go out to the phone. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Tim.
Hey, Tim. How are you?
Good.
Tim, you eat processed meats. You ever eat any processed meats, hot dogs, bologna, stuff like that?
I try not to.
See, you're on your way to a healthier person. Me, hot dogs are good. Bologna is good. I can't stay away from it. Maybe that's why I'm, a little overweight. Maybe the problem. All right, Tim, what's the generation of people born from 46 to 64 known as?
Those would be the baby boomers.
They are the baby boomers. All right, if you know this, you'll be a winner. Who gets stabbed with steely knives in the Eagles song Hotel California?
The people that just can't kill the beast.
No, the beast himself gets stabbed with steely knives.
Oh, man.
Remember, they stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast.
Kill the beast.
It's a good try, though. Good try. You had the song lyric. You just didn't have the right person, the right animal or whatever getting stabbed with the steely knives.
All right, well, I'm going to go have a bologna sandwich then.
Hey, I appreciate it. Put a little cheese on it, a little processed cheese, too. 622-9622, your chance to win a $10 gift certificate to La Famiglia Pizzeria. Let's give you a question out there on the airwaves. What politician spearheaded the contract with America in 1994? What politician spearheaded the contract with America in 1994? If you know that answer, give me a call, 622-9622. Answer another question and you're a winner. So they said cut processed meats out. It's hard for me to do. They said cut margarine out. See, that's easy for me to do because I don't eat margarine. I only eat regular butter. I don't want anything that's, when you look at the margarine, it says 65% cooking oil or 65% vegetable oil. I don't want vegetable oil. I want butter. I don't get butter with margarine. So I've already cut that out. So that's a good one. Sugary cereals, I don't eat cereal. So right there, I'm 2 for 3 so far. Let's go out to the phone lines. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Bill.
Hey, Bill. How are you today?
Good.
Bill, what politician spearheaded the contract with America in 1994?
That'd be Newt Gingrich.
That would be Newt Gingrich. Get this question right, and you'll win. What's the more common term for cinescope?
Repeat that.
What is the more common term for syncope?
I didn't understand that.
What is the more common term for syncope?
Syncope.
Yep.
No clue.
That is a common term for fainting. That is the technical term for the common term fainting.
Well, I'm going to have another sandwich then.
All right, thanks. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Yeah, I'm not eligible for trivia, but Spam has some new varieties. In case you want to add to your no-no list.
Well, that's processed meat, Jim. So I'm sure Spam's on that list.
Yeah, they have jalapeno Spam.
Oh, I may have to try some of that. Spam's a delicacy. Spam is a delicacy in Hawaii. It's made more ways and more recipes in Hawaii for Spam than anything else, and it's actually the number one state that consumes the most amount of Spam is Hawaii. So.
Yep, and the Philippines are also big on Spam.
Well, thanks, Jim. That rounds out the first 30 minutes of the show. Coming up next, more Tribinator Tuesday with Tom, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local, The Source.
People make all kinds of mistakes with life insurance, like having some coverage but not enough to keep your family in the house, or only having life insurance through work and then losing your job. Want to avoid those mistakes? Get an Allstate agent. They can help you get the coverage your family needs at an affordable price. Are you in good hands?
Hey, this is Kevin McDonald. Make your family your priority. Let's get together and review your life insurance today.
Life insurance offered by Allstate Life Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and Lincoln Benefit Life Company, Lincoln, Nebraska.
If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Weir sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Weir. Seating now available.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account opened. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey Checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
May is Watch Month. It's also a time to start thinking about that special graduate in your life. A terrific line of watches at Goss & Son Jewelers will make the perfect gift for that graduate. Rolex, Tag Heuer, Phillips Stein. For graduation, birthdays, anniversaries, check out the line of fine watches and jewelry at Goss & Son Jewelers just to say I love you. Goss & Son Jewelers, the oldest Rolex jeweler in Central Florida. Downtown Ocala for 65 years.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. A U.S. Marine chopper is missing in Nepal as it carries out an earthquake mission.
The UH-1 Marine helicopter had just dropped off supplies near Cherikot, Nepal, and was en route to a second location when it went down. The pilot had complained of fuel issues, but there was no indication of a crash, according to Pentagon spokesman Colonel Steve Warren.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin.
The area is extremely rugged and mountainous. The U.S. sent about 300 U.S. military personnel to assist with earthquake relief efforts. That was prior to today's second quake, which registered a magnitude of 7.3.
Dozens confirmed killed in this quake. Search operations set to resume at first light. And knockout earnings for the fight of the century between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, which racked in record pay-per-view revenue in the U.S. of $400 million. Fox News. We report, you decide.
It'll be home to 942 bursts of laughter, a 16-pound blackened turkey dinner, and the loudest burp on record. It'll be the site of the most legendary blanket fort ever built, not to mention the stage of the Great Pillow War of 2016. It'll also be the final resting place of 2 hamsters, and one of the sweetest turtles who will ever live. It will see its fair share of broken windows, broken bones, and broken hearts. But first, you have to find it. Start your home search at Zillow.com or on our family of apps. You can view millions of photos, browse historical pricing data, and even sign up for alerts when new homes hit the market. Because you're not just looking for a house. You're looking for a place for your life to happen. Zillow. Find your way home.
Johnny, what are you doing in the bathroom? What are you saying? Wait, where are your toy cars? Oh no, tell me you didn't. Honey, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
I didn't do anything.
For once, that's true, but little Johnny flushed his toys down the toilet and now it's broke.
Yes. No. I'll get the phone. What's the toll-free number?
866-314-4443.
Got it. 866-314-4443.
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, they do it. At Mike Scott Plumbing, from the moment you walk through the doors, it's evident that quality is key. From our fully stocked parts department to our fully trained service technicians who can help with anything from a clogged drain to your irrigation system and even servicing your entire septic system. Visit one of our beautiful showrooms in Hernando or in Wildwood and let us show you how to turn your kitchen and bath dreams into reality. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala on a Tuesday afternoon here in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. This is the Voice of Ocala with Buddy Martin. I'm Tom Schmitz. As every Tuesday, I'm here with the Trivianator Tuesday with Tom show. Your chance to win gift certificates from Mojo's Grill and Catering Company, Ocala Golf Club, Pine Oaks Golf Course, La Famiglia Pizzeria, Bob Wine's Camigo. We got all kind of stuff to give away. Right now I'm trying to give away a gift certificate for $10 to La Famiglia Pizzeria. It is located at the corner of 25th Avenue and Maricamp. If you would like a chance at that, give me a call, 622-9622, if you know the answer to this trivia question. You answer this one correctly, you'll get another question. You answer it correctly, you're a winner. What U.S. president was born Leslie Lynch King Jr.? What U.S. president was born Leslie Lynch King Jr.? If you know that answer, give me a call, 622-9622 for your chance to win. If you get that question right, you get a second follow-up question. You get it right, and you're a winner of a $10 gift card to La Famiglia Pizzeria. We're talking about 10 things that you have to kick out of your diet for good if you really want to get healthy and lose weight, get towards a healthier body, natural, better body. Processed meats, margarine, sugary cereals. Number 4, fast food burgers. Cheap food is made from ultra cheap ingredients. Even if you try to minimize the bacon, fries, soda, cheese, and sauces added to your fast food meal, the meat in your burger is a far cry from what you'd buy from a butcher. The burgers contain between 2.1% and 14.8% of fat. The rest, 2.1% to 14.8% meat. The rest was water, connective tissue, blood vessels, nerves, fat, cartilage. So, not all fast food meat is good meat. Number 5, kick out donuts. You can't do it. Sorry. So I was 4-1, but now I'm 4-2. Donuts. Number 6, this one surprised me. Microwave popcorn. I thought microwave popcorn was probably a pretty good alternative to eat to stave off hunger and everything. So you didn't eat bad, like you didn't eat candy and you didn't eat donuts and everything. But they say microwave popcorn doesn't have much going for it. All of its trans fats pretty much outdo any benefits the fiber holds. Meanwhile, some brands contain butter flavorings, which breathed in can cause life-threatening lung disease, such as bronchitis. And in many popcorn manufacturing plants, it has, while some manufacturers have subbed out the chemicals that they create the butter with. Study researchers believe many of them are just as harmful. So, microwave popcorn, one of those things you're supposed to kick out of your diet forever. Toaster pastries. Yeah, I don't eat toaster pastries, so I don't eat popcorn either because it gets in your teeth. So that's 6 to 2. So I've kicked 6 of these out. Blended coffee drinks. By itself, coffee is great for you, but your blended beverage probably contains more sugar and fat than actual coffee. You can actually you can easily consume a quarter of your daily recommended calories in a single blended coffee drink, spiking your blood sugar and insulin levels too. So, iced coffee, those kind of things, the mocha caramel frappuccino, those kind of things. I just like the double shot of espresso. Number 9, kick bagels off your menu forever. It's a refined carb, and it's not good. The worst offender of refined carbs is probably bagels, according to Yahoo Health. Not only are their carbs refined, leaving you with little more than sugar in bagel form, they can weigh in at 400 calories each. And that's before you put cream cheese on them or bacon or sausage. And finally, the last one of the 10 that you should always steer clear of if you want to be a healthier person, soda. It's arguably public enemy number 1, and for good reason. The list of reasons you shouldn't drink the stuff are staggering. Among them, you could gain weight, diabetes, heart disease. If it hasn't stopped you from drinking soda, let's ask you one thing. Do you smoke? Of course not. Well, according to a 2014 study in the American Journal of Public Health, drinking soda can aid you by as much as smoking. That's why I drink bottled water. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Hi, Tom. This is Hugh calling.
Hi, Hugh. You don't smoke, do you?
I did. I quit smoking October 18th, 1966 at noon.
Right. So there you go. And you don't. So you quit smoking about 2.5 months after I was born. Thanks, Hugh. I appreciate that.
See, I'm very glad that the bratwurst is not on that list. Being from Milwaukee, that's a big staple. A double brat and a hard roll with a little bit of sauerkraut. I mean, you got to have a couple of those a week.
You know what I'm a little upset with that is on this list, so Hugh? Ring bologna.
Okay. Ring bologna?
Yeah, ring bologna's on the list.
Oh. Do you like head cheese?
I love head cheese. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I do too. On Jewish rye, I mean, oh man,
Hugh.
It's almost as good as a brat, but not quite.
Hugh, my dad was born and raised in Sparta, Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, I know where that is. I did a lot of deer hunting up there.
Remember, Hugh, my last name is Schmitz with a Z.
Oh yeah.
That's like Smith, and that's like Smith in Wisconsin.
You got a lot of friends up there.
I used to, when I was a little kid, I'd look at the phone book at Jacksonville. There was one Schmitz in the phone book, us. I thought we were the only people on the face of the earth. I was like, oh, we're like the only people. We're it. I go to visit my grandma. I'm like 10 years old. I finally pick up the Sparta phone book, and the Sparta phone book, by the way, is like probably 65 pages. It's not the big phone book. I look up the name.
It's a wonderful area, though, Wisconsin.
I look up the name Schmitz in the Sparta phone book. Yeah. It's like 7 pages full. I was like,
well, you got a lot of company up there.
Here
right?
I was at 10 years old going, thank God I'm not alone. Thought my dad, my sisters, and my mom, that was it.
Right.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Hugh. A lot of that blood sausage and the bratwurst and the stuff that's made natural from farm animals on, not used the processed food way, still good for you. You get a good bratwurst that's made, that's made the old-fashioned way where they put it in the skin and everything. It's still good for you.
Absolutely, and it's interesting. I got family, relatives, friends. I got everybody up there. And everybody's living in their late 80s and their 90s, and they're eating that stuff all the time.
Look, my grandma Schmitz died at 93 years old.
Right.
And she ate bacon from the hogs they slaughtered every spring. She would eat the bacon from that. She would eat bacon every day. She would eat Wiener Schnitzel because she's German. She'd make Wiener Schnitzel all the time. She'd live on bratwurst, and they'd make their own sausage and everything. And that was the staple. As well as I do, bratwurst, sausage, stuff like that, and potatoes. That was their thing.
Absolutely, yeah. With sour cream and butter.
Yeah, with sour cream and butter. Not a lot of salt because the Germans like a little blander food. Not a lot of salt. The sour cream, the butter, that's how they got their flavor. They would eat this almost all the time. The only time they wouldn't cook, this used to aggravate me to death because we'd only go up there on vacation in the summer times. Hot in Florida, we'd go visit Wisconsin. Well, in Wisconsin, contrary to belief, it gets hot as Hades, like Florida hot with humidity and everything up there in Wisconsin. People think Wisconsin's so far north it doesn't get hot. It's a humid, nasty heat up in Wisconsin too. So nobody up there would cook during the summers. You would come over and for dinner and all, it would be cold cuts and, cold sausage and bologna and stuff like that. And I'd be like, why don't you cook, Grandma? She's like, in this heat, are you kidding me?
Right. And don't forget, too, to wash all that good food down, you got to have a nice cold beer.
And Hugh, you'd be able to tell me this, because a friend of mine, we were at a Derby party a couple weeks ago, Kentucky Derby party, and he had a stein on his shelf there, and it was one of the old Schlitz steins. And Schlitz beer was the beer my father preferred. And it was
the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
At the time, it was one of the most popular beers in the world. But then in the middle 70s, late 70s, Schlitz just went away. And what happened to Schlitz?
Schlitz, some brewery, small brewery in Detroit area bought that company, and you still see it now. It's brewed in the Detroit area. I don't know what the name of that brewery is, though.
But it's not the same Schlitz. Just not.
I never cared for. I was always a Pabst and a Miller fan.
Nothing wrong with a good PBR, Hugh. I'll tell you that. Nothing wrong with a good PBR.
You bet. It's still very good.
Hugh, you want to play Trivia Tuesday with Tom?
Yeah, let's give it a shot, yeah.
All right, what U.S. president was born Leslie Lynch King Jr.?
I don't know, is that Obama because of Hawaii?
No, it is not Obama. It was Gerald Ford.
Oh,
Gerald Ford. Hey, Hugh, thanks for playing Trivia Tuesday with Tom.
Okay, nice talking to you, Tom. Bye.
Hugh tried his chance at Trivia Tuesday with Tom, didn't pull through. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Buddy Martin joins us right here on the Voice of Ocala, Trivia Tuesday with Tom, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. Remember, it's the Restaurant and Food Show. Chef Dave Del Rio joins Buddy every Tuesday for the Restaurant and Food Show right here on the Voice of Ocala on The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For the rest of your Tuesday, a shower or thunderstorm, otherwise clouds, low 68 to 70. Partly sunny with a thunderstorm in spots Wednesday, high 89 to 93. Wednesday night, clouds, low 67 to 71. Thursday, high 90 to 92.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
On the next AM Ocala Live, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin will be in the studio in the garden with Carol Ann, answering your questions about your lawns and your gardens.
News Bites, the hottest news and current events are bite-sized.
And then Franny Rose will be on. She's a spiritual teacher and she lives with an incurable disease. She's the co-founder of the One Simple Voice nonprofit organization teaching students about spiritual journeys. She's written a book. It's called The Invitation, Uncovering God's Longing to Be Heard.
Join Joe Reichel on damage control as he speaks about disaster restoration, your one-stop solution for damage recovery services.
And then Rebecca Jaycox is coming on, taught English at high school in France, and she's written a book called The Other Inheritance. It's a fantasy novel for young readers.
Mary Wheatley is the executive director of the Rheumatology Research Foundation. She'll be speaking about the current outlook for rheumatic diseases and the research that will be needed.
All of that plus fun with Joe on the next AM Ocala Live right here on The Source, WOCA 96.3 FM.
1370 AM.
Whenever you're searching for an attorney, you want somebody with knowledge who has a commitment to our community and our state. Such is the case with Daniel L. Hightower, PA lawyer. In everything from car and other motor vehicle accidents, work accidents, personal injury, and wrongful death cases. Daniel L. Hightower also handles Social Security disability and bankruptcy. Call him today at 352-629-7777 or check out danhightower.com. Daniel L. Hightower, fighting for accident victim justice since 1976. Does osteoarthritis bring frustration with every step? Do pain and stiffness affect your everyday activities? If so, you may be interested in a research study for the treatment of pain associated with osteoarthritis. Rinstar Medical Research is conducting a research study of an investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 40 and 75 and who have been treated for the pain associated with osteoarthritis for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. To learn more about this osteoarthritis study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. Again, that's 352-629-5800. If you need a sign or a banner for your yard or your business or your campaign, I'd recommend you go to Signs Unlimited at 318 South Magnolia in Ocala. Screen printing, embroidery, digital graphics. Do what I did when we needed signs for the Save the Marion Theater Group. Go see Vic Buttermore at Signs Unlimited if you want quality work with a fast turnaround from somebody who is deeply committed to his community and always ready to assist you. There's a reason Vic's slogan is, "It's our business to make your business better." Sign up for Signs Unlimited. Call 732-7341 today.
Welcome back to the Voice of Ocala. Let's go right out to the phone lines and join Buddy Martin to find out what's up next on the Voice of Ocala. Hi, Buddy. How are you? Buddy? Well, Buddy's there somewhere. I know he's there. But we can't seem to hear him.
Hello.
There he is.
I've been talking away all the time.
Well, I'm having such the day today.
Yeah, the technology gremlins are really out and about today.
I'm just not smart. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, I have those days, Tom. I have those a week sometimes, actually. So anyway, we power on, and today, good show today. We're going to have Restaurant Food Show. Cindy Nicholson not with us, but we're going to talk to, of course, Dave Del Rio, the co-host, but we'll be talking to the owner of the new Black Bear Smokehouse, Jason James, will be joining us by telephone to update us on that particular event. And we have some interesting things about 12 ways to become a better restaurant manager, which we'll get into, and a little bit about the food experiences like we always do on our Tuesday Restaurant Food Show. Then, once again, announcing, I just put it on Facebook, you might move it over. Terry Bradshaw will be here on Friday, and he will be doing the show live from 4 to 6. You'll be able to get a full version, if you know what I mean, of Terry Bradshaw on Friday. And we're hoping to have some bleacher seats, small bleachers, out front for the folks to come and sit and watch inside, and also, not inside, but from outside, and we'll have a speaker there. So if you want to see, get a glimpse of Terry Bradshaw and hear what he has to say, he'll be with us on Friday. And then today on the show at the 5 o'clock hour, we'll be we're having a little roundtable discussion with our buddy Tom James on a variety of subjects, including the kind of ugly fans at the Players' Championship, how they jumped all over Sergio Garcia, and naturally, Tom Brady and Deflategate. We'll hear from Terry Bradshaw, his brief comments about the situation as well. And tomorrow, Augie Leonard Jr. joins us to talk about Saturday's Preakness. So a lot of stuff going on here on the program, so you should be sure to stay tuned next couple of days. So. Not to mention that, buddy, but also if you want to join in on the Golden Ocala Summer Membership Contest, just go to Buddy Martin, the Voice of Ocala Facebook page, say, I want to be a member. We already have numerous entries, but you can get in as well. Yeah, okay, good to stay tuned to the source, because it's a source of more than just good programming these days. A lot of other stuff as well. Well, buddy, Dave Del Rio's already in the green room waiting on your arrival, so we'll see you here in a few moments. Be there in a moment. I told you before we, at the beginning of the show, Dad, tell you a few things about some stories I'm following. The U.S. Marine helicopter is missing in Nepal, if you heard the news update. It was carrying 6 Marines and 2 Nepalese Army soldiers. They were delivering aid to earthquake victims. The Indian helicopter was in the air nearby. At the time, I heard radio chatter about a possible fuel problem. The Hugh had dropped off supplies at one location, was en route to a second site when lost. So there's a lost Marine helicopter. Texas man finds treasure hidden in a chest he bought for $100. He thought he found a hidden drawer in it.
They heard moving metal. He asked for help. As soon as it laid down, it started making all this racket on the inside. Obviously, they were there. Both of us shocked for a second. When you look in front, it looks like 3 obvious drawers of molding on the base. The bottom drawer opens up. He discovered currency, jewelry with emeralds, diamonds, a lock of hair, military dog tags, Civil War memorabilia. The dresser dates back to around 1890. So he found all kind of coins and jewelry and gold in this chest he bought for $100. And finally, I always like to tell you about a special kind of stupid. California woman suing her former employee. She claims she was fired for uниnstalling a smartphone app that let her boss track her movements 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Myrna Arias worked for Intermex Wire Transfer when she says her boss, John Stubbits, fired her for deleting Zora, Now Click software job management app from her smartphone. The app allowed Intermex and Stubbits to track her movements whether she was working or not. She said when her and her fellow employees asked Stubbits if he could track them when they weren't working, he admitted that employees would be monitored while off duty and bragged that he knew how fast she was driving at specific moments ever since she had installed the app on her phone. She says she didn't have a problem with the app tracking her while she was working, but didn't want to do it so when she was off. It amounted to invasion of privacy, so she asked for permission to take the app off and add it on only at work. They said no, she removed it, and they fired her. Takes a special kind of stupid to think that you can track somebody 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and that it's not an invasion of privacy. Yes, track her while she's at work, but leave her alone when she's not at work. Coming up next, Restaurant and Food Show right here on The Source.
Shop at Shannon Roth Collection for your special someone this Mother's Day. We'll guide you to the perfect gift to make you a winner in your lady's eyes. We have hobo handbags, 4 new cutting-edge jewelry lines, 6 new apparel lines, shoes, that on-the-go favorite as well, chocolate. And don't forget, we have free gift wrapping to make your shopping experience a breeze at Shannon Roth Collection. The Shannon Roth Collection located on the historic square in downtown Ocala. Hi, this is Buddy Martin. If you have an award or a trophy in your house, there's more than a good chance it came from BJ Trophies Gifts and Awards. At BJ Trophies, Floyd Hirschberger and his staff have a lot more than just trophies. Among the items they specialize in are donor recognition walls and trees, personalized or engraved gifts, cast bronze dedication plaques, wide format digital printing with posters, banners, and signs, and promotional products. Floyd is the official trophy and awards maker for the Voice of Ocala radio show and is North Central Florida's leader in custom recognition programs, corporate awards, industrial engraving, unique gifts, and advertising specialties. When Angie Lewis went shopping for something to award to the winners of her State Farm Good Neighbor Award, she shopped first at BJ Trophies Awards and Gifts. Check them out at 1735 Northeast Jacksonville Road on North Magnolia's Miracle Mile, or call them today at 352-732-2249. BJ Trophies Awards and Gifts. Trophies is just our middle name.
Hello, I'm Tom Schmitz, here to tell you about Ocala, a great resource for any business and a proud partner of the CEP. Ocala offers your business radically new technology called Next Generation Websites. Sites that do not wear out, they automatically adapt to new technology like smartphones, tablets, and the next big thing. Why pay for technology that starts becoming obsolete the moment you buy it? With Ocala, there is so much more. Built into the Ocala platform is an unmatched array of business solutions adaptable to any business. Ocala is a superb example that cutting-edge technology can grow and prosper in Marion County. And I should know because they handle my website, ktforfun.com. Ocala has assisted numerous companies in Marion County that have succeeded online. You can learn more by visiting them online at ocala.com. That's OCOOS.com, or drop by their downtown Ocala location at 116 South Magnolia Avenue. Find out how Ocala can provide your business with everything you need to succeed online.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Ooh, ouch. Does pain have you glued to the couch? Yes, unfortunately it's true that every year we must get older, but that doesn't mean we have to deal with pain in our back, knees, or shoulder. If your muscles and joints are sore, don't worry anymore. Come get acupuncture from me and you'll be pain-free. Acupuncture starts as low as $35 at a Better You Healthcare. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein, at 615-5566. Stop your pain from driving you insane.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking: will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96.3 FM and 1370 AM.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. U.S. officials say they don't have any definite signs that a U.S. helicopter that went missing in Nepal crashed.
They are looking for the helicopter where they believed it went down near Cherikot. 6 U.S. Marines and 2 Nepalese soldiers are missing after the helicopter they were flying disappeared while delivering humanitarian relief.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin. This after Nepal had another earthquake, killing dozens. Secretary of State John Kerry meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, hoping to find common ground on some key issues.
There is no substitute for talking directly to key decision makers, particularly during a period that is as complex and fast-moving as this is.
Kerry and Sochi, Russia, among the topics, the fighting in Syria and Ukraine and a possible nuclear deal with Iran. Senate Democrats dealing President Obama a setback, blocking an effort to allow full debate on a fast-track trade bill. Fox News, we report, you decide.
It'll be home to 942 bursts of laughter, a 16-pound blackened turkey dinner, and the loudest burp on record. It'll be the site of the most legendary blanket fort ever built, not to mention the stage of the Great Pillow War of 2016. It'll also be the final resting place of 2 hamsters, and one of the sweetest turtles who will ever live. It will see its fair share of broken windows, broken bones, and broken hearts. But first, you have to find it. Start your home search at Zillow.com or on our family of apps. You can view millions of photos, browse historical pricing data, and even sign up for alerts when new homes hit the market. Because you're not just looking for a house. You're looking for a place for your life to happen. Zillow. Find your way home.
Yes, it's time again for Buddy Martin. Call him up and tell him what you're thinking. But be kind because he's doing the best he can.
I'm just sick of all the amateur stuff, you know? I mean, like, if I'm paying top dollar, I want a little production value, you know? Like some editing, transition, something, some music.
Don't worry. We didn't leave you.
He's gone? He's not gone. That's the whole point. He's never gone.
Our bosses say we gotta stay.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei. It's time for the second hour of The Voice of Ocala. Hoo-ah!
You ever come across anything like time travel?
Come on, stick around. It's free.
If you win, you win. If you lose, you still win.
Welcome to the Restaurant Food Show. Buddy Martin, glad to be with you today on a kind of a hot, toasty summer day. It feels like summer, although it says it's spring. And it's the Restaurant Food Show with our good friends from the restaurant food business. The co-host himself, David Del Rio, back in the saddle again. David, glad to have you back, my friend.
Hey, it's great to be back. It sure is.
I know things are cooking down at Lake Weir and Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill, because this is kind of the weather you've been waiting on, and it's just about picture perfect for lakes.
It really is. It's beautiful out there. We've got a lot going on. We had a great Mother's Day. Everybody's in a good mood. Everybody's humming. The restaurant's humming. People are happy. The beach is beautiful. What more could you want?
Perfect day for it. And maybe a little good food would be good. And who could give us some good oh, wait a minute. That would be you, David.
That would be me. That would be me.
Today on the program, we're going to talk to somebody who just started, opened his new restaurant here in town, Black Bear Smokehouse. You've heard us talk about it.
Absolutely.
And I was over there for the grand opening. I believe Cindy said she went over. Cindy today is up in North Carolina, surprise, surprise, with her daughter, Danielle.
You said Cindy went over. She stalked the place for about 3 weeks.
She did. She was terrorizing until she found out who was going to open it. But we're going to have the owner himself on today, and we'll get a chance to catch up with what's happening in the news of new restaurants. And in terms of your world, David, you've been busy. I talked to you last time. You couldn't make last week. You said you were up to your eyeballs with Cinco de Mayo. What was going on?
Oh, that's right. Oh, we had it was a busy day. We had a great Cinco de Mayo, and I was doing a little kind of a taco fajita bar down in the Sandbar, and that just went great. And it was just a busy day. I just couldn't get away.
I don't know which is worse, to have nobody and say, gosh, we don't have any business, or have so much business. I guess maybe it's worse to have nobody, right?
It'd be worse to have nobody. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
But you haven't had that problem, that's for sure.
No.
We didn't have Dave Del Rio last week because of Cinco de Mayo, but Susan did bring us Krispy Kreme donuts.
She did, didn't she? You see?
She sent them. So we go like this: Krispy Kreme, Dave. Krispy Kreme, Dave.
We went with Krispy Kreme.
Thank you to Susan. She's always thinking of us here, not our waistlines, but thinking about us. So. In addition to the fact we'll be talking to Jason James, owner of the Black Bear Smokehouse, we'll talk about a few food experiences. I've had nothing exotic lately, just kind of the regular fare. But the regular fare is good too. It's good to have the usual stuff and the usual haunts, and you look for consistency in this business. And when you get a place you like, you just kind of tend to go back there and eat your favorite meal again. And I guess that's what you want in the restaurant business too, David, don't you?
Well, you absolutely want consistency, and you want people to return and enjoy what they want to enjoy. That's always great. But on Mother's Day we did something different. We did a buffet all day long. And it really gave people an opportunity to taste exactly what you're talking about. You get kind of in I don't want to say it's a rut, but they come in, they know what they like, and they always order it. But this gave them a chance to try a lot of different things on our menu. And I want to say it really, really went really well. We had so many compliments and so many people that we hadn't seen before, but that had a chance to taste more than one item. So I was really excited. It went really well.
That's a good point, because when you go to a place and order the wrong thing, maybe it's just not your taste buds,
right.
You tend to think the restaurant did a lousy job. And I've done that several times. I've gone back and ordered other things, been very pleased with, not at your place, but other places. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the key. Like, I'll just say, like it was. Somebody ordered something over at this new Black Bear Smokehouse, and they didn't like it. And I said, well, I ate something, the chicken, and it was really good, And so I think if they ate that chicken, they would have not had that particular. Right. It's just the way you cook certain things. Some people like it better. You taught me that all of our taste buds are different, and some things taste better to us than others. And sometimes not so much a matter of the dish as it is your own personal taste buds.
Well, that's right. Or the way the dish is maybe the chef over there took a different spin on this particular dish, and you know what I mean? And who knows, it could be extremely popular, but that one particular person it wasn't what they were expecting. There could be a number of different reasons. It doesn't mean the restaurant's not good or the chef is not good,
For sure, and you got to keep trying, keep going back, which I think is important. Also today, I've got 4 of the fastest growing trends in the restaurant business for 2015. Some of them we've discussed on this show a couple of times, but I always like to go back and check the restaurant sites that I can get on my iPad. That's a great app. I go to the Flipboard and go to restaurants, and there's all kinds of restaurant news there to catch up because I'm not in the business like you guys. I have to sort of read the outside material to get caught up. Also, today on the show, we'll have a $25 gift certificate to the Egg and I. That's one of the places I visited over the weekend, Mother's Day. And thanks to our friend Melinda out there. We'll give away some. And Tom, we'll come up with a trivia question about whatever in general. I've got some food trivia. We played Fake or Factoid here on the show a couple of weeks ago. I kind of thought it was fun. I'm not sure about you, Dave, what you thought about it, but I've got one ready to go in case. And we'll let Tom see if Tom can beat you at this. But there's some interesting things that I did not know about that. I've got also, you're always looking for ways to manage better, at least the people I know in the business.
Sure.
And I've got Bill Marriott's 12 keys to being a better manager.
Oh, that's interesting.
I believe he might know a little something about operating things for hospitality. And
I think so.
And so all that's coming to you today. And like I said, I guess if you want to put your food experiences down, might have been pretty much your standard fare, every day, nothing special. But, here's a place I go when I need to count on a quick meal or a meal that I think will be good for lunch. I like a light fare, whatever. I'll give you some of mine. And if you've got any time, you can join in there.
I when we come to that part of the show, I as you know, spent the weekend in St. Augustine as I was at the golf tournament at Ponte Vedra, and I actually took into some restaurants in St. Augustine, and one restaurant in particular, the food is always good, but it depends on a lot of other things to make it enjoyable.
Well, I just remembered I had Thai food in St. Augustine, but my host where I was staying went out and sent out for it. I didn't even know where it was from. Well, it was really good, whatever it was, the Thai food. So I'm a big Thai. Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk to the owner, Jason James of Black Bear Smokehouse. I know, Dave, you got some background in barbecue and things of that nature, so we'll find out what's happening at Black Bear. Lots more coming on the Restaurant Food Show. Stay tuned to
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
May is Watch Month. It's also a time to start thinking about that special graduate in your life. A terrific line of watches at Goss & Son Jewelers will make the perfect gift for that graduate. Rolex, Tag Heuer, Philip Stein. For graduation, birthdays, anniversaries, check out the line of fine watches and jewelry at Goss & Son Jewelers just to say I love you. Goss & Son Jewelers, the oldest Rolex jeweler in Central Florida. Downtown Ocala for 65 years.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account opened. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey Checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
There's a car accident in this country every 5 seconds. That's why Allstate thinks it's time for an entirely different kind of car insurance, with features like accident forgiveness and a safe driving bonus. It's called Your Choice Auto, and it's only from Allstate. Are you in good hands?
You deserve better. Sign up for Your Choice Auto from Allstate. Call the McDonald Agency today at 622-2333.
Features are optional and subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Insurance, Northbrook, Illinois. Do you remember when summer was a celebration? You know, no schools, no worries, just days packed with your favorite pastime. It was the splendid season you dreamed of all year long. But as you got older and busier, the summer seemed to lose its sparkle. Where did those carefree days go? Well, they're closer than you think. Summer's still sensational at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club, where you can come out and play the grown-up way with our affordable summer memberships. Enjoy our championship golf course celebrating the game's greatest holes, hard-true tennis courts, and a state-of-the-art fitness center. Explore our stately 77,000-square-foot clubhouse and unwind at our relaxing spa.
Don't forget the pool!
It's a summer unlike any other, and it's yours with a Golden Ocala summer membership. You can call Golden Ocala at 629-6229 to inquire about a summer membership, or you can visit goldenocala.com to learn more. That's goldenocala.com.
The
weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For the rest of your Tuesday, a shower, thunderstorm, otherwise clouds, low 68 to 70. Partly sunny with a thunderstorm in spots Wednesday, high 89 to 93. Wednesday night, clouds, low 67 to 71. Thursday, high 90 to 92.
This weather brought to you by A&A Lockdock. Did you know that most break-ins happen during bad weather because it masks the sound? Don't be another victim. Protect your home and business today. Call A&A Lockdock, 352-867-1965. That's 352-867-1965. Locally owned and operated since 1957. We are The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Sure, extroverted leaders are charismatic, but an introvert's tendency to be patient and think things over carefully can lead to better results. Couples need to get serious about making clear rules about technology in their relationship. For example, establish cell phone free zones with your partner, starting with the bedroom. You want to make other people think you're smarter, nicer, and totally together? Do this one thing. Ask them for advice.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Stay informed on everything going on in the Villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the Villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online. WOCA
AM 1370.
96.3. 96.3 FM.
Restaurant Food Show. I know David's aware of this because he'll be, let's just say, supplying some product for the group later on Friday. A big announcement on Facebook today that we talked about it for quite some time, and now it's happening. Terry Bradshaw, of course, is known as Fox Sports analyst and host for the Emmy-winning show, will be making his trip to Ocala on Friday, and he is coming in the studio. He will broadcast 4 to 6 p.m. here with us on his normal show date when we have Southern Pigskin. It'll be a 2-hour show. We will have a small live audience. And I'm sorry I can't include everybody in it, but it's just we haven't got room for everybody. So, but there is an availability for people. If all goes well, Joe Martone is working with Party Time Rentals to put a small seating area, Dave, right out front, a bleacher, small bleacher for people, really? And they can listen to the speaker out there and actually look in the window and see Terry. He'll be sitting right here.
How cool is that?
And so I can't promise about autographs and things of that nature. I don't know. He's here on a business trip, and he's coming back, and so we'll give you more of that as we get it. So.
Talked to Jason James. He's had a situation at a restaurant. He said at 4:30 he'll be.
Yeah, actually, it's my bad. It's 4:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sure. My apologies, Tim. So anyway, that's the deal, and that'll be cool, huh?
That's exciting.
You've not met Terry, right?
No, sir, no, I've never met Terry.
Strap it on, get ready. Get your seatbelt on because it'll be an
He's one of my
adventure.
best friends.
Is he really?
One of my best friends.
Oh.
Terry doesn't know it yet, but he's one of John's.
Oh, I get it. Oh. He's a talented guy. Football, movies.
Yeah,
Louisiana guy too. So he's gonna love your food.
Oh, you know that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm thinking about him.
Yeah. Well, don't you think we ought to have a little flavor? Of course, you know, as you say, we can only do this for a few people, unfortunately, because we haven't got room. But maybe a little touch of Louisiana. That.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You don't have any crawfish, do you?
You know, actually, I do have a little crawfish. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it's funny, we cater, and we're doing a big wedding on Saturday.
Yeah.
And part of the wedding is going to be a crawfish boil. That's right.
Dude, we may have to have some of those.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm sure you can come up with something, right?
That's right.
And get you. And the T-Man will love him some crawfish. I remember one night we were in New Orleans and we went by the Hilton there, the oyster bar there, and back in those days I ate a lot more oysters than I eat now. We powered down about 5 dozen together, at least 5 dozen to start with, just as fast as we could eat those babies. Big shells, in New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
And of course, I love that city. I love that food, and you get a taste of it. Louisiana.
That's right. Well, you know, my dad was born in New Orleans.
I did not know that.
Yes, he was born in New Orleans, and I can remember now. Even though I grew up in Tampa, I can remember my dad and his friends, sitting out in the front yard with these buckets of oysters, just eating, just popping them and
shucking and jiving.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I remember that as a little kid. I've been eating oysters all my life.
Yeah, and I mean, there are really 3, in my opinion, 3 great cities in America for food. Now, I'm not an expert. I just know where I've been and where I've eaten. I might include a 4th possibly, but 3 I know.
Statesboro, Georgia, Ocala, Florida, and
not quite.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
New Orleans is correct. That'd be one of them.
I agree with that one.
And I would put New York in there for sure. And I'm gonna go San Francisco.
I agree with that.
I love San Francisco's food and Chinatown, all that stuff. So, I mean, that's a variety of food right there.
Well, that is.
You can walk through Manhattan, as I did many, many days when I worked there, and just smell the food. It's just it smells so great. Whether it's a pizzeria, whatever, the food just awesome there.
Now you know what? I can add 2 more to that list, though.
All right, go ahead.
Charleston, South Carolina.
I hear that.
Fantastic food in Charleston, South Carolina. And I'm going to tell you, Chicago.
Chicago.
Well, I was going to say Chicago might be my 4th, perhaps.
Okay, okay. Well, we're good then.
I've only been to San Francisco once, so I don't have a lot of experience there. So Chicago, New York, and New Orleans would be my 3.
Now we spent a lot of time in down there and eating all over. And I actually worked with Roy Yamaguchi for quite a while. And Roy is a terrific chef and a great person, great guy. But he's so talented. And there's a lot of great restaurants in that area.
The funny thing about New Orleans is some of the best foods you'll eat in New Orleans is you got the finer restaurants and everything, but
off the beaten path.
The best jambalaya I've ever had in my life was in a little bodega where they had a cooking stove and everything in the back, and you went and you paid $5.50 and they filled a styrofoam container up with jambalaya.
Yeah.
And it was incredible.
It's funny, as I was going to say, Susan and I were traveling through that area when we were coming back from Oklahoma, and we stopped at a gas station. I don't even remember where. And remember, we sat out on a picnic table and just had a big time. Had a great lunch.
Those places are kind of special. You have to take your chances in some cases, but really, New Orleans, and even down in Tampa, there's some great little places.
There sure is.
You get some good boudin.
Tampa's coming up. Yeah,
some boudin sausage and some of them little stops in Louisiana. It's good stuff.
Let's talk about. I don't know, Dave. You know this better than me, but I'm just quoting stuff off this website about what's new and what's good and what trends are. But I'm looking at one now, and it seems to me there's an awful lot of people talking about 2 things. One is chef migration. A number of the top chefs are moving out of New York now, the James Beard Award finalists, and they're moving out of New York, and they're going around different places like Charleston. You mentioned Charleston. That's a place people are migrating to. And there are so many great chefs in New York City. But there are great chefs other places, right, Dave?
Oh, absolutely. New York is I'm not saying they don't have great chefs. That's not what I mean at all. But there are great chefs in a lot of other areas that just don't get the publicity and the PR. There's some very, very talented people here.
Yeah, I guess that's one of the things you get, maybe the taste of Ocala or something. You see a little something there every now and then, or even ones that don't get the publicity that others get. Are we rediscovering Mexican food?
I think so. I think true Mexican food, not Americanized,
authentic Mexican,
not Americanized or what American, what we think.
La Hacienda out there.
I was going to say I had a terrific meal at La Hacienda. That place was incredible. And there's another little taco joint up around the corner here that Susan and I stop at once in a while on the way back from this show, where we get some authentic food. And you know what? If you know what if you know what you're getting, I'm not saying this right. It's so good, but if you have to know what you're getting into.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not what your thought is of authentic. Authentic is what it is. It's authentic. And it's amazing, some of this food. But yes, I think the flavors of the cilantro and the different herbs and the different meats and seasonings, that they're coming to the forefront of mainstream America. Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm going to read you something I got from Condé Nast Traveler magazine. It says, the ascent of Mexican food. One of the 4 trends they talked about. Digging into a misunderstood cuisine can be rich sources of inspiration for a creative chef. So it makes sense that Mexican food is becoming an object of obsession outside its native country. Shared borders and complicated politics have long left the cuisine in a strange kind of limbo in the U.S. At once familiar and exotic, ubiquitous but deeply distorted, many Americans don't even know to distinguish between our own version of Mexican food, cheesy, sauce Tex-Mex, fat Mission-style burritos, crispy shell ground beef tacos, and the food most Mexicans actually eat. But that's beginning to change. And one more paragraph. Rick Bayless was an early champion of a Chicago restaurant's Frontera Grill and Topolobampo in the 80s and 90s. Now more chefs around the U.S. are starting to examine and interpret the country's cuisine. In New York City, Alex Tupek is leading the charge with tacos and interpretive Mexican cuisine. And it goes on to say that there are now new Mexican ventures from major chefs like Danny Bowen, I don't know him, B-O-W-I-N, Mission Cantina, April Bloomfield from Salvation Taco, and Jean Jose Von Griechen, ABC Coquina. Superstar Southern chef Sean Brock recently followed his love of grits, there you go, to another corn-based foundation foodstuffs of tortillas. He serves them stuffed with pork, carnitas, and lamb barbacoa at Minero in Charleston. So those are some things. Sounds like a lot of people, chefs, are experimenting with these flavors now and sort of rediscovering the authentic Mexican food.
Well, absolutely, and you know, I've had the opportunity to meet and do a little bit with Rick Bayless, and that, let me just say right now, genius.
Really?
Sheer genius. That guy is something else. But I love the fact that this is coming around, because Mexican food is so misunderstood because of the Americanized versions here. There's sauces that are so complex that it's as complex as French. Everybody thinks French cooking is so complex, and it is. I'm not saying it's not. But the Mexican style has as many complex sauces that are incredible as any other cuisine.
Really?
Absolutely. To make a really good mole, and it's layer upon, and what I like is it's layer upon layer upon layer of flavor. That it's exciting. Look, I'm excited about just talking about it.
You mean it's not just a taco seasoning package and 3/4 cups water on ground beef?
It's not no, it's not refried beans and meat rolled up into a shell. No, it's not at all. You know, it's very complex, and I'm glad it's coming to the forefront, because that's going to open up a whole new.
And if you want to try some in this area, La Hacienda is the place.
Absolutely, I have to agree with you on that. I have to agree with you on that.
Very good. And what's the closest thing to Mexican you have on Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill menu?
I'm not sure. I have. You know, our Spanish catfish is not really Mexican. I don't know that I really have anything with those flavors other than our Americanized version of Floresiana nachos, which has pickled okra on it, and
which is really good.
Which are really good. That's about as close as I get to that.
You like to play around with a lot of different stuff. You like to merge different kinds, which is why you have Floresiana.
Mm-hmm.
In about a minute, explain again Floresiana.
Absolutely. Floresiana is not about picking a different dish from each region. It's about combining the flavors and the cooking processes of these different comfort foods. It's about flavor. It's about homey type of foods. It's plentiful. It's not fancy. It's not complicated, which I think a lot of people enjoy, is the fact that it's not complicated.
Yeah. The beautiful is in simplicity. We come back to the other side. We're going to play a fake or a factoid. One of the questions is going to involve what's the most popular meal ordered in sit-down restaurants. That'll be one. We'll talk about Bill Marriott's 12 keys to being a better manager, which is always important in a restaurant. And we'll tell you about the Egg and I, and give away a certificate for $25 to somebody. And coming up next, also, Jason James will join us from Black Bear Smokehouse, new restaurant right here on 200. Listen to the Restaurant Food Show with Buddy Barton and Dave Del Rio and Tom Smith right here on
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. Got a morning or afternoon free this summer? Then check out the rolling hills of Pine Oaks Golf Course in Ocala. Clark Creamer and his staff will offer you a rich golfing experience that allows you to play this Ron Garl design. A fully stocked pro shop along with a snack bar and driving range offer the full golfing experience. So come check out Pine Oaks Golf of Ocala. For more information, go to pineoaksocala.com. Book your tee times now.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life. From everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's National Magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala and Bellevue. Prestige, it's all there in our name.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. U.S. officials say they don't have any definite signs that a U.S. helicopter that went missing in Nepal crashed.
They are looking for the helicopter where they believed it went down near Cherikot. 6 U.S. Marines and 2 Nepalese soldiers are missing after the helicopter they were flying disappeared while delivering humanitarian relief.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin. This after Nepal had another earthquake, killing dozens. Secretary of State John Kerry meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin, hoping to find common ground on some key issues.
There is no substitute for talking directly to key decision makers, particularly during a period that is as complex and fast-moving as this is.
Kerry and Sochi, Russia, among the topics, the fighting in Syria and Ukraine on a possible nuclear deal with Iran. Senate Democrats dealing President Obama a setback, blocking an effort to allow full debate on a fast-track trade bill. Fox News, we report, you decide.
It'll be home to 942 bursts of laughter, a 16-pound blackened turkey dinner, and the loudest burp on record. It'll be the site of the most legendary blanket fort ever built, not to mention the stage of the Great Pillow War of 2016. It'll also be the final resting place of 2 hamsters, and one of the sweetest turtles who will ever live. It will see its fair share of broken windows, broken bones, and broken hearts. But first, you have to find it. Start your home search at Zillow.com or on our family of apps. You can view millions of photos, browse historical pricing data, and even sign up for alerts when new homes hit the market. Because you're not just looking for a house. You're looking for a place for your life to happen. Zillow. Find your way home.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional stylists. Here at Hello Gorgeous, we are ready to update your look with the latest trends. It's the perfect time to brighten up your look, so make your appointment now for those highlights and Brazilian blowout. But don't stop there. We are a full-service salon offering manicures, pedicures, and facials also. So if you've been searching for a salon to call your own, come and see us at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located at 48 South Magnolia Avenue in downtown Ocala, right next to the Marion Theater. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Buried under receipts and confusing tax code? Let Crippen & Company help. They work hard to make the tax preparation process as painless as possible. With offices in Ocala and the Villages, their team is dedicated to helping clients with corporate and personal tax returns, bookkeeping for businesses, and estate planning for the future. Crippen & Company crafts a truly customized experience for each client's needs while alleviating stress and creating a big picture of your overall financial health. Call 352-732-4260 or visit crippencpa.com to get started.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Restaurant Food Show. Buddy Martin along with Dave Del Rio from Eats Beach, Tom Schmitz. We like to visit with new restaurant owners and new restaurants, and one of the things we've done recently is that we had a chance to go by on opening night, and it wasn't really the grand opening, but it was opening night for a special charitable cause at the Black Bear Smokehouse here on 200. We've all been waiting for the opening, and I'm glad to be able to say we have the owner, Jason James, on the line with us now. Jason, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Last time I saw your place, it was lined up with a lot of happy faces, and folks really enjoyed that opening night. I believe it was for was it the Pace Center for Girls? Is that what it was? It
was a children's center here in Ocala called the Kimberly Center.
That's
for
right,
youth
Kimberly
children.
Center. Yes, I know that. I should have known that. That's a very good cause, Kimberly Center. And one of the first things you said with your opening salvo is that we are in the community and we care about the community. In doing so, I think people were very impressed that you got active right away, although you have a lot of ties to the community.
Yes, it's something that is part of our core and our mission is to make an impact on our customers, our community, and our coworkers. The 3 C's, I call it.
Very good. Now, I was able to get something called the Big and Sexy that night. And I got to say, people said, "What did you eat?" I said, "What up?" And said, "Give me a Buddy Martin," So, and I was able to get that. But your servers were really nice, and I got to taste a little of not all, but most of the food there. I liked it all. I really love the chicken. I don't know what the most popular on the thing on the menu is. I'm sure the pulled pork is popular, what have you. But go over your menu items for us for a moment and tell us about what. And Dave Del Rio himself, a chef, is here, and he wants to ask you about it too.
Absolutely. I would say by far our most popular item is going to be the brisket. It's something that is part of the Big Sexy. The Big Sexy is pulled pork and our brisket. And because brisket is kind of, it's not as well known as pork in this part of the country, a lot of people don't understand it's really 2 different muscle tissues on the cow. One is leaner and the other one is a little more moister. And we'll all carve it to tailor what the customer is really looking for in their brisket. So if you're a brisket connoisseur and you know you like the burn ends or you like the point, just let us know and we carve it to order. Our probably second most popular is our pulled pork, which is a Boston butt bone-in that we just pull right there in front of you guys. Everything's out in the open. Then on the bone items, as far as our proteins go, we have a St. Louis style rib compared to a baby back rib. St. Louis is more predominant in true barbecue culture. We have our smoked wings, half chickens. We have sausage, and we actually have smoked turkey legs, which is kind of hard to find anymore if you're not at a theme park, it seems like. And then we also have our turkey breast, which we also get as a French cut.
Now, one of the things I've heard good comments about the restaurant. One person said, well, they thought it was okay, but they couldn't. The sauce didn't taste right. I said, what? I only got 57,000 kinds of sauces there. You got more sauces than any barbecue smokehouse I've ever seen in my life. How many do you have there?
We actually have 16 different sauces, and each one is kind of a relation to a region of the country that has a barbecue history. And some, for example, like a Jamaican jerk sauce is from the Caribbean, and we have a Latin mojito sauce that's also from the Caribbean. But the other 14 are different parts of the United States, like that are specific to that region. Like Alabama white sauce, you really only get that in northern Alabama.
You don't
and then
find
we
that.
have
Wow.
No, you don't. So with barbecue, everyone likes how they grew up eating it. And that's kind of one of our things, is try to make our barbecue fit with everyone's style. So we actually don't put any sauce on any meats that come out, and it's up to the customer to sauce as they choose, whatever region, if they put sauce on it at all.
You know, I was going to ask you, I'm sorry, this is Chef Dave. You know, I
Dave.
get the part about the brisket. Brisket is not very well known down here this far south. And I'm glad that you're having good success with it, because that can be real tough. We do brisket at our restaurant, but we smoke it and make pastrami. But brisket, you're right, it can be a little complicated. But I really like the way that you're taking the style and you're making it, you know, available for everybody to enjoy their own you know, geographical region, so to speak, of flavor. I think that's what I can't wait to come over there. What kind of wood are you using to smoke?
We actually use a blend of a couple different species of hardwoods. We actually get a cherry, a pecan, and a hickory, and we use the three together to kind of give a more uniform smoke. Because if you use one over the other, the smoke might be too hard. A lot of people would use oak, and some people don't like the bitterness. So we try to look at something that kind of complements the whole big picture, because smoking is a critical element, but it's just one piece to the big puzzle. You know, the dry rub, the sauce, the cooking time, the humidity, the ambient temperature outside. A lot of these things come into factor when you're doing barbecue.
No, you're absolutely right. I got a question. What's your favorite rib? Is it the St. Louis style, or is it the baby back?
I do like the St. Louis style.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a little partial to it. It's a little bit bigger rib. It can be prone to be a little fatty at times. Every pig is different, of course.
Fat is flavor.
Fat is flavor. But not every customer agrees with that statement, and we have to be always keenful of what the customer wants. At the end of the day, my job is to give the customer a great experience. If they want a leaner slab, or if they want a leaner cut, that's what we're going to try to sort out for them and make sure they get what they want. But I grew up eating St. Louis ribs.
Wow.
Jason
so
James, owner of the Black Bear Smokehouse. I want to call it barbecue, but I guess it's correct. Smokehouse on 200. You've been open now, what, probably about 6 weeks or so, or whatever it is.
Yeah, we're right around there.
Yeah, you had your so-called soft opening, I guess. Is there going to be a grand opening, and if so, when?
Right now, we're still kind of trying to get our heads around, catching our breath, because the training was such a critical element. We're probably going to work with the chamber on setting an actual date. I would encourage everyone to kind of look at the Facebook page and stuff for updates, and obviously, Buddy, we'll get in touch with you and let you know when we're going to have like a big hoorah. But I anticipate it coming up hopefully before the end of this month. I'm still working with the store manager on a couple other minor details before we set a hard date.
What are you, just a couple more, now you got to go and move on, but
no, you guys are fine.
What are you hearing, what are people telling you about their favorite dish, and what are your comments about your restaurant?
I think in general, the sauce bar seems to be very popular. A lot of people just like that we don't have 1 or 2, 3 different sauces. If you like a vinegar sauce, we have vinegar sauce. If you like mustard sauce, we have mustard. If you like a sweet sauce, we have sweet sauce. That seems to be a pretty big influencer on people when they come in. The brisket seems to be consistently one of the things that people rant and rave about, and I'm very fortunate to have such a good rapport with our customers. But we have, just like any other restaurant with any other opening, we've had some hurdles, training, and just supply issues from certain vendors trying to get some of our products in consistently. Specifically, it comes to some of the turkey products.
Wow. I mean, as mentioned again, it's Black Bear Smokehouse on Highway 200. It's open out of Ocala. They're open. What are your hours, Jason?
Sunday through Thursday, it's 11 to 9, and Friday and Saturdays we're open till 10, so 11 to 10 on Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay. Well, good luck, and we'll be in touch with you again soon. We're going to come back and sample some more of that good barbecue you got there, and appreciate you spending some time with us on the show.
Absolutely. It's a privilege and a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Sir.
Well, there you are, Mr. Expert Barbecue Guy. You were impressed with that North Alabama stuff, weren't you?
You know what? He really does have some stuff on there that you don't find. That's incredible. I think it's great that they're doing it so that everybody can get a little bit, because, people can get so caught up in their which is best. The Texas is best, or this isn't the best. I think they're doing it right by having a little bit of everything. And that Alabama barbecue, that Alabama white sauce, if you haven't tried that, that's amazing. That's really, really good.
Not. I will do that next time.
That's really good.
Alabama white sauce. Sounds good to me.
Yes.
But that's nothing. You think that's big news? You want some real hot news in the restaurant business?
I'm ready. This
is really not that news. It happened a couple months ago. But McDonald's in Canada has decided to give a gift to all Canadians. Poutine, I don't know how you say it, Poutine, will now be offered at every one of its locations across the country. What is that? Basically, they're putting gravy on their French fries.
That's right. That's right.
According to the sources, the poutine boasts gravy, the chain's most famous fries, and real cheese curds, although there will be evidently a debate about the experts as to whether they truly hold up or not. So, I guess... What the heck? Give it a shot, huh? I've never had poutine. Have you?
Yeah, actually, I have had it. It's good.
Yeah, it sounds like good gravy. All right, we got about a minute before we're going to play Fake or Factoid. Let me run through real fast Bill Marriott's 12 keys to being a better manager. And Tom, you give a trivia question. Let me just give some of them. All right, one, some of them are obvious. Celebrate your people's success and not your own. Know what you're good at and keep improving it. Communicate by listening to your customers, associates, and competitors. See and be seen. Get out of your office. Walk the talk. Make yourself visible and accessible.
Mm-hmm.
Customer needs may vary, but their bias for quality never does. And here's a good one of my favorite, one I tried to always do in the newspaper business. Always hire people who are smarter than you are. However, I wasn't able to do it this time.
I have no choice with that.
Yeah. Somehow I think that's an insult to me.
No, I just, whatever. Anyway, that's what you have for Bill Marriott's 12 keys to a better manager. And Tom will give away a $25 gift certificate courtesy of Melinda over at the Egg and I if they can answer this question and call us during the break.
How many teaspoons are in a stick of butter? How many teaspoons are in a stick of butter?
Gonna give it to the closest one?
No.
No?
It's pretty easy to figure out.
I don't know if I know that. I don't know whether Susan knows it. Susan, do you know it?
No. Well, a stick of butter, if you look at a stick of butter, it tells you on there some spoon measurements.
All right, I got $1 that says nobody will get it, okay?
Dave Del Rio got it immediately.
You had to think about it. He's a chef, for crying out loud. Why wouldn't he know? All right, take a break on the Restaurant Food Show. You can call now, 622-9622, and answer Tom's stupid question.
Somebody's already called.
Yeah? All right, we'll find out. Coming up next right here, stay tuned. Somebody's going to win $25 gift certificate to the Egg and I right here on Restaurant Food Show.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
When you were a kid, you had all sorts of toys. Toy cars, boats, trucks, entire toy boxes full of fun. Of course, you never really outgrow your toys, do you? It's just that now, instead of a box full, you have a garage full. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, and more. As you get older, your love of toys just gets stronger. So protect those toys the best way possible by switching to Allstate. An Allstate agent can help do the switching, paperwork, bundle all your policies together, and even find you a bunch of discounts. So if you love your toys, make sure you protect your toys by making one call to an Allstate agent.
Protect all your toys with Allstate and the McDonald Agency. Established in 1985, we have offices in Ocala and the Villages to better serve you. Give us a call at 622-2333. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
Are you in good hands?
The next drink is on Dave Del Rio at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Just ask him for it. But don't wait. Show up soon because this offer isn't going to last very long. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill will be filling up fast because their friends from the north are headed back that way soon. The good news is that seating is now available and Dave's buying the first drink. If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and couldn't get in, now you can see firsthand what your friends have been talking about. Great food. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Floresiana menu. Great location. Check out those gorgeous sunsets over Lake Weir. Great people. starting with Chef Dave Del Rio, who began his career in 1978. This spicy guy has been instrumental in opening over 100 restaurants. And he's buying you a drink. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill, where there's little or no waiting these days. Come see what started out as Jay Eaton's dream almost 90 years ago. It's more awesome than ever.
Chip, what are the two most important reasons people buy from Ford Lincoln of Ocala in Village Ford of Bellevue?
Easy. They've shopped everywhere else and found out that we have the selection and the price that can't be beat.
Exactly. People buy from us because they know when it comes to new Fords, no one comes close to our huge inventory of every model, equipment package, and color Ford has to offer.
And when it comes to price, Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue is unbeatable. Backed by our low price guarantee in writing.
We invite you to visit our websites at FordofOcala.com or MyVillageFord.com. View our complete inventory of new and certified pre-owned Fords. Then check out the long list of positive reviews from our customers who have purchased or had their vehicles serviced with us.
Although selection and price are important, you also receive the benefits of a courteous factory-trained certified staff that just makes doing business with Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue a real joy.
Come in for the selection.
Come in for the price.
Come to Ford Lincoln of Ocala or Village Ford of Bellevue, your family of Ford dealerships where we've got what it takes.
Friday, May 29th, kicks off the second annual Ocala Bike Fest. It starts at Harley-Davidson of Ocala, where you'll find vendors, beer, food. It starts at 11 a.m. with a live DJ till 3 and live music from 3 to 7. Then Saturday starts off at Ocala Indian with a poker run at 10:30 a.m. It all ends up at ARC's main campus on Mare Camp Road, where you'll find bike games, 50-50 drawing, beer, and live music by the Blues Busters, Rusted Steel, and more. The best barbecue restaurants and food trucks in town are going to be there competing for the title of the Ocala Bike Fest's Best Barbecue, and most importantly, the chance drawing for the hardest decision you'll ever have to make. A brand new Harley or a brand new Indian? That's right. This year's winner will choose between the Harley or the Indian. Indian or the Harley? The 112-year battle continues. Which bike will go home with the lucky winner? The public is welcome to all events. No motorcycles needed. Come out, have fun, and help a great cause all at the same time. Friday and Saturday, May 29th and 30th. For more information, visit OcalaBikeFest.com.
Quick, well, I'm going to go with my food experiences fast, and David's going to go give you a little bit of a tip on his managerial advice and an event he's got coming up. I just went to my usual house this week, La Cuisine, excellent lunch as usual. Went to the Egg and I for Mother's Day, had a nice, had a waffle. I don't usually eat waffles, but I had a waffle, and it was excellent. Nice private room off to the side. It's not private. If you get there, you can sit there. And Wolfie's, an old standby, where I like to eat breakfast, unless a lot of locals going in there. So those are some of mine. Of course, then the Thai food I ate at my friend's house in Ponte Vedra. Those are mine. Tom, you got one real quick.
Well, Bob C. was the winner of our $25 gift card to Egg and I because he knew my silly question. Mm-hmm. The correct answer is there's 24 teaspoons to a stick of butter.
10 people had to guess, though, first.
But I'm just telling you.
Okay, just so you know.
My food experience, I went to Makoto's in Makoto's Japanese Steakhouse. And, you know, Japanese steakhouse are the same. You get filet and you get scallops. They cook them on the grill. It's pretty much the same. The key there is how entertaining the cook is just doing the cooking.
That's right.
And the guy we had was fantastic. He was having a great fun with the guests and everything. And that's really what makes one of those places exciting.
That's right. And, you know, speaking of fun, this weekend at Eaton's Beach, we've got the Dusty 45s, which is a really hot band out of Seattle. They're going to be there on Sunday the 17th, May 17th, from 4 to 8. It's going to be rocking down in the Sandbar, and we are going to be donating a good percentage of the proceeds to several local charities here in Tampa from that day. I mean, here in Ocala from that day.
Nice. That's reservations or anything needed?
No reservations. We're just going to, hey, we got a big old beach. We can fit a lot of people out there.
Beach party.
Beach party this Sunday.
You had something you wanted to add to the list of managerial tips.
That's right. One of my tips is, and I say this all the time, when you're speaking to a paid employee and you're going to ask them to do something, think of how you would phrase it if they were a volunteer. Because when you phrase something to somebody that's a volunteer versus somebody you phrase it a whole lot different. And I think it's just a great way to do it and a form of respect. That's how I do it.
And the boss kind of sets the demeanor for the whole staff. True. And usually speaking, when people who work there are treated well, they treat the customers well.
That's right.
And you can tell someone who's had a bad day with the boss right off the bat. So
that's true.
Yeah. So that's so much a part. We talked about. It's so much a part of what you do in a restaurant. You go in, you want to feel good about it when you get there. Your services for the ambiance, all that's going into. I like what our friends over at La Cuisine, Elodie, and talks about and Patrice, the ambiance of the place, the experience of eating food.
That's right.
The French have a great way of focusing on the experience as well.
That's right.
Well, David, thanks for coming in today and being the co-host. Once again, don't forget David Del Rio will be hosting a beach party. Yeah, and
ducking me in fake or factoid. I can see that.
Yeah, we are ducking that. But we'll have time for today to do that. I'll give you one. All right, real quick. All right, here's one for you. Fake or factoid. Roast beef is the most popular meal ordered in sit-down restaurants in the United States.
Fake.
Fake or fact?
I'll take fact.
Take fact?
Fried chicken is.
It is fried chicken. Roast beef is the second. You ought to know. You
Cindy,
sell the most.
that was for you.
And you are the one who ought to know because you sell more fried chicken than anybody does. And Eaton's Beef Said Burger is your number one seller.
It is. It sure is.
Well, you come to the restaurant food show, you learn about your place. That's all.
I'm telling you.
David, good stuff. Good to have you, man.
Thank you. Good to be here.
See you next week. And thanks for bringing Susan. It always makes a good day when you bring Susan. Coming up next, it's time to a little roundtable discussion. All about Tom Brady. We'll hear from the man, Terry Bradshaw, his take on what he thinks about the Brady penalty. He'll have a surprising thought, which you won't want to miss there. And more about Terry's visit here on Friday. He'll be doing the show live out front here if you want to come and listen and watch. So coming up next, Buddy Sports Page right here on
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. What's up?
Right on the southwestern corner of the square sits one of the finest dining establishments in Florida, Mark's Prime Steakhouse and Seafood Restaurant. Mark's offers big city dining amenities in a charming and small town setting. It's a rare treat to experience both the ambiance and the exquisite cuisine in a friendly atmosphere. Ocala's finest restaurant serves the finest beef, the freshest seafood, premium wines, and naturally fresh vegetables. From valet parking to splendid service, Mark's offers the complete package. Check it out today. Mark's Prime Seafood and Steakhouse Restaurant.
People make all kinds of mistakes with life insurance, like having some coverage but not enough to keep your family in the house, or only having life insurance through work and then losing your job. Want to avoid those mistakes? Get an Allstate agent. They can help you get the coverage your family needs at an affordable price. Are you in good hands?
Hey, this is Kevin McDonald. Make your family your priority. Let's get together and review your life insurance today.
Life insurance offered by Allstate Life Insurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and Lincoln Benefit Life Company, Lincoln, Nebraska. Are you in the process of planning your wedding reception? Or are you planning that birthday party for someone special? Or maybe you're just looking to throw a party for yourself? Are you in charge of this year's company outing and looking for something fresh and fun to do? Well, KT Entertainment is your answer to all those questions. We provide music, trivia, and karaoke for everybody's enjoyment. If you would like to get in touch with KT Entertainment and find out about our competitive prices, call us at 352-512-2611. That's 352-512-2611. Or you can find us on the web at kt4fun.com. That's KT, the number 4, fun.com. So remember, whether it's a wedding reception, a party, or a company outing, it's KT Entertainment for all your karaoke, trivia, or musical needs.
Hi, it's Lisa Midget, owner of the Proper Teeth Salon in downtown Ocala. We are a Wella Professional Color Global Elite Salon, which basically means we really know what we're doing for your hair. We also specialize in Brazilian blowouts, hot heads extensions, and fabulous haircuts for men and women. We are located across from the downtown post office next to Southside Deli. Call us today for your appointment at 352-351-1771 or visit our website, properteethsalon.com. The Proper Teeth Salon, giving classy a kick in the sassy. Come see us.
Kenny's Place Nursery offers horticulture training for the mentally handicapped, and that makes them beautiful people in my book. And those beautiful people have some beautiful plants and flowers on sale, like annuals in 4-inch pots for only $1 each, a 3-gallon bottle brush plant for only $8, Confederate jasmine, 3 gallons for $8. How about azaleas, 1 gallon for only $4.25, and a 2-gallon pot of knockout roses for only $17. Call 352-867-1213 for Kenny's Place Nursery.
Friday, May 29th, kicks off the second annual Ocala Bike Fest. It starts at Harley-Davidson of Ocala, where you'll find vendors, beer, food. It starts at 11 a.m. with a live DJ till 3 and live music from 3 to 7. Then Saturday starts off at Ocala Indian with a poker run at 10:30 a.m. It all ends up at ARC's main campus on Mayor Camp Road, where you'll find bike games, 50-50 drawing, beer, and live music by the Blues Busters, Rusted Steel, and more. The best barbecue restaurants and food trucks in town are going to be there competing for the title of the Ocala Bike Fest's Best Barbecue, and most importantly, the chance drawing for the hardest decision you'll ever have to make. A brand new Harley or a brand new Indian? That's right. This year's winner will choose between the Harley or the Indian. Indian or the Harley? The 112-year battle continues. Which bike will go home with the lucky winner? The public is welcome to all events. No motorcycles needed. Come out, have fun, and help a great cause all at the same time. Friday and Saturday, May 29th and 30th. For more information, visit ocalabikefest.com.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. A white Madison, Wisconsin police officer will not face criminal charges for fatally shooting an unarmed 19-year-old biracial man in March. Prosecutors say witnesses have said the man was acting erratically and had assaulted 2 people. Madison's black community staged rallies for a week after the shooting. A fast-track trade bill has hit a speed bump. Senate Democrats are filibustering a key part of President Obama's plan that would let him move quickly on a Pacific trade deal.
You can't make this stool stand up with just 2 legs.
Oregon Democrat Ron Wyden helped craft the legislation, but is now helping block it unless it's packaged with other bills aimed at protecting American workers and currency.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. GOP senators want to debate those issues. On Wall Street, stocks closed lower but did pare back losses as bonds recover from an early sell-off. The Dow was down 37 points. Fox News, we report, you decide.
It'll be home to 942 bursts of laughter, a 16-pound blackened turkey dinner, and the loudest burp on record. It'll be the site of the most legendary blanket fort ever built, not to mention the stage of the Great Pillow War of 2016. It'll also be the final resting place of 2 hamsters, and one of the sweetest turtles who will ever live. It will see its fair share of broken windows, broken bones, and broken hearts. But first, you have to find it. Start your home search at Zillow.com or on our family of apps. You can view millions of photos, browse historical pricing data, and even sign up for alerts when new homes hit the market. Because you're not just looking for a house. You're looking for a place for your life to happen. Zillow. Find your way home.
How much time? 30 seconds. I'm on right now. I don't believe you.
Okay. Enough kidding around.
Ho, 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 ho.
And now it's time for the
Buddy Martin Sports Page.
He actually had me stay here last night in his gym.
It's like I don't fit in. It's like I don't belong here.
Let's go talk to a couple of guys that never gamble.
Oh, see, I made Lewis a bet here. See, Lewis bet me that we couldn't both get rich and put you on the poorhouse at the same time. He didn't think we could do it.
Gambling is illegal at Bushwood, sir, and I never slide.
And now,
here's Buddy.
Well, welcome to a Tuesday edition of Buddy Martin Sports Page on a rainy day today. And I guess we'll need a little of this rain because summertimes are coming. And every day about 4 o'clock, if you grew up here or lived here, you know that used to be nature's air conditioning back in the day. So hopefully it will stay cool and nice tonight. On the program today, we'll hear from Terry Bradshaw. The hot topic, of course, remains a hot topic. It's all over the news, ESPN, Sports Illustrated, about Bradygate, we'll call it now, I guess, because Tom Brady, who got hit the hardest, suspended for 4 games, as we heard last night. As we were going off the air last night, we just saw the news breaking. We were talking to Joe Williams, and we said, wow, Patriots got fined $1 million. And wow, Brady got suspended for 4 games. Wow. And the Patriots lost the first-round draft choice next year and the number 4 draft choice the next year, and the full impact didn't hit us till we got home and realized that's some serious business right there. So today we talked to Terry Bradshaw for quite a while. We got a little snippet of the conversation about it. He had a lot of things to say about it. He, frankly, was stunned. He didn't think anything was going to happen, and he just kind of set him back as well. We'll give you those comments as well. Coming up in the second half of the show, we're going to talk about a few topics in the news lately, not the least of which was Deflategate, et cetera, whatever you're going to call it, and about whether or not this sent the proper message or was it excessive. Was it excessive? Some people think it was excessive. Some people are glad to see the Patriots get slammed because they've done things like this before. Some people are Brady fans saying, why are you penalizing the guy for one minor indiscretion, et cetera, et cetera. And we'll talk about that. Also, Sunday's remarkable finish to the Players' Championship. One of the all-time great finishes to any golf tournament I've seen in a long time. And in the context of that, one of the players in the finals, Sergio Garcia, got treated rather rudely by some overzealous folks who decided to invoke patriotism. We're going to talk about whether that has a place in the golf. And also, I can tell you this much, it would never have happened in Augusta. That's the difference in the Players' Championship and the Masters. But a great finish and a big career-making win by Ricky Fowler. Got a little NBA going on tonight, and the big news now is the Notre Dame quarterback Golson is going to make his decision soon, and he was on campus someplace today that we didn't expect. Everett Golson might be a Carolina Gamecock, he might be a Georgia Bulldog, and he might be another school around here, as Tom tells us next right here on the headlines. What you got, Tom?
Buddy, first headline, Barry Bonds files a case accusing Major League Baseball team of collusion. He's suing Major League Baseball. He says his name has been cleared from any criminal charges. He's coming after the people he long believed have worked together to end his baseball career prematurely. According to a report from CBS Sports, Bonds is going to file a grievance against Major League Baseball, accusing teams of colluding to keep him out of the league following the 2007 season when he became a free agent. He played 126 games in 2007, hit 28 home runs with a 408 on-base percentage. Despite those strong offensive numbers, Bonds and his agent Jeff Boris have said they didn't receive a single contract offer for the 2008 season, even though they claim Bonds would play for the league's minimum salary. So Barry Bonds is going to file a lawsuit against Major League Baseball, a grievance against Major League Baseball, saying they colluded. The owners all got together and colluded to keep him out of the game, buddy.
He might win.
There's no doubt they colluded to keep Barry Bonds out of the game, in my opinion.
Happens? So sometimes we get in our overzealous, we get real pious about things. And I'll use an example here. Joe Paterno.
Yes.
Look what happened to him. It was a mob mentality. Yep. Now, I'm not saying what went on wasn't disgusting and that he wasn't somewhat complicit by knowing about it, but he did report it to his athletic director.
He supported it. He did support it to his. He did report it to his superiors.
Right, and the man's life was ruined because of that, and he tore down the statue, which I think he'll probably put back up now. And Barry Bonds was the poster boy for steroids.
Yes.
We were all mad at him for what he did. And
he broke Hank Aaron's record by cheating.
Yeah, and
I'm mad right now.
You're still mad about it?
Well, I'm a Braves fan. What do you want from me?
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I just say, I can see that happening. I can see why you could win the case.
And a lot of things, buddy, with Barry Bonds, and we're going to talk about this in Deflategate too, arrogance plays a role in how people feel about you. And as we all know, Barry Bonds, very arrogant.
The worst thing you can be called, according to our friend Terry Bradshaw, is a cheater.
Yes.
And that is what some people are calling Tom Brady today. And Terry thinks that's the most damaging thing about this whole deal.
I can't agree more. Hey, also in the headlines, Mayweather-Pacquiao. Remember that fight 2 weeks ago?
When was that again now?
2 weeks ago.
Was that in December?
The pay-per-view numbers are out. And it was a grand slam, according to Yahoo Sports. Official announced the May 2nd fight at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas sold more than 4.4 million pay-per-view units, generated $400 million in revenue, smashing the previous record. The old mark was $2.48 million, set May 5th when Mayweather defeated Oscar De La Hoya. The former revenue record was $150 million. So $250 more than the record was what this pay-per-view got.
What was it P.T. Barnum said? A sucker is born every minute.
Exactly, yeah. Everett Golston, he's done at Notre Dame as he's graduated. He's visited Florida State. He's visited Georgia. He's talked about South Carolina. Today, he was on the campus at the University of Florida. Golson, a fifth-year senior, plans to transfer as a graduate student. Multiple sources, including SI.com, confirmed Golson's visit to Gainesville, where first-year coach Jim McElwain is sorting out a quarterback situation he inherited from his predecessor, Will Muschamp. Golson, who is a murder beat South Carolina native, helped Notre Dame to a 12-0 regular season, a berth in the BCS title game in 2012. So Golson, he's got to qualify for a waiver to come into the SEC, but he's visited the University of Florida now as a possible landing ground.
I can see him in a Gator uniform. I don't know what kind of offense McElwain's going to run yet, but I'm sure a guy with his skill. And by the way, I have a friend in South Bend. We'll have him on the show, who's a longtime Notre Dame fan, former sports writer in South Bend, who says to me that Kelly basically threw Golson under the bus.
Right. That's what I heard. And then finally, buddy, severe criticism by Tom Brady's agent Don Yee and Patriots owner Robert Kraft over the Wells report on Deflategate has caused attorney Ted Wells to speak out to the media. Now, 3 previous major sports reports he provided, a lengthy report on the Miami Dolphins bullying scandal, plus he looked into Syracuse assistant basketball coach Bernie Fine and NBA Player Association executive director Billy Hunter. He never commented on those investigations. But he said, I think it's wrong to question my independence just because you disagree with my findings. He said, when asked did he make more than $1 million, he said, no question I made in the millions of dollars during this process. He said, but the notions the Patriots were targeted have bothered me. He said, it just doesn't make any sense. It's a ridiculous accusation. What drove the conclusion of the report was one thing, the evidence. So Ted Wells firing back. Maybe this is generated by the NFL firing a salvo back at the Patriots saying, look, don't push or we'll come back at you. But Ted Wells, who's never commented on an investigation he did before, said it doesn't make any sense. It's ridiculous that you would think I'd go after the Patriots. The conclusions I arrived at was because of one thing, the evidence.
Came out swinging, and one fact he cleared up, which really tells me a lot about it. We were led to believe one thing about Brady's phone, and Ted Wells said it was another. So we'll talk about that during our roundtable discussion with Tom James at the bottom of the hour. Meanwhile, we're going to focus again on Deflategate. I hate that name, but let's just call it what it is. The big fine, of course, and the suspension of Brady. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk with Terry Bradshaw about his thought. What does this do to Brady's legacy, and what does Terry think about that? Coming up next right here on Buddy Sports Page.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local. The Source.
Whenever you're searching for an attorney, you want somebody with knowledge who has a commitment to our community and our state. Such is the case with Daniel L. Hightower, PA lawyer. In everything from car and other motor vehicle accidents, work accidents, personal injury, and wrongful death cases. Daniel L. Hightower also handles Social Security disability and bankruptcy. Call him today at 352-629-7777 or check out danhightower.com. Daniel L. Hightower, fighting for accident victim justice since 1976. Need a car? Need financing? Need somebody to cut through the red tape and send you rolling down the highway? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Got great credit and just prefer a quality pre-owned car at a fair price from somebody you can trust? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Want to avoid high pressure to feel appreciated and be able to choose from a wide selection of AutoCheck and Carfax certified vehicles? Prestige Auto Sales is the place to go. Prestige Auto Sales in Ocala and Bellevue. Prestige, it's all there in our name. Does osteoarthritis bring frustration with every step? Do pain and stiffness affect your everyday activities? If so, you may be interested in a research study for the treatment of pain associated with osteoarthritis. Rinstar Medical Research is conducting a research study of an investigational medication for individuals between the ages of 40 and 75 and who have been treated for the pain associated with osteoarthritis for at least 3 months. Qualified participants will receive study-related medical care and investigational medication. Compensation for time and travel will be provided. To learn more about this osteoarthritis study, please call Rinstar Medical Research in Ocala at 352-629-5800. Again, that's 352-629-5800.
Guy Harvey Checking is now exclusively available at Gateway Bank. With Guy Harvey Checking, you will receive Gateway's premium checking account plus several other Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation features, including membership to the Guy Harvey Hammerhead Nation, free Guy Harvey t-shirt, and an exclusive Guy Harvey debit card. At Gateway Bank, we will make a $50 donation to the Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation for every new account opened. This is just one more reason why people choose Gateway Bank. Sign up today for your exclusive Guy Harvey Checking account with Gateway. Details available at gatewaybankcfl.com, member FDIC.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For the rest of your Tuesday, a shower or thunderstorm, otherwise clouds, low 68 to 70. Partly sunny with a thunderstorm in spots Wednesday, high 89 to 93. Wednesday night, clouds, low 67 to 71. Thursday, high 90 to 92.
This weather brought to you by A&A Lockdock. Did you know that most break-ins happen during bad weather because it masks the sound? Don't be another victim. Protect your home and business today. Call A&A Lockdock, 352-867-1965. That's 352-867-1965.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen, and this offer's good till 4 p.m. every day at Dairy Queen. A hot, juicy, char-grilled bacon cheeseburger, fried drink, and a sundae for just $5. Or try our famous chicken strips or wraps. Nobody offers all this quality and value but Dairy Queen, and this offer's good till 4 p.m. every day at Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Buried under receipts and confusing tax code, let Crippen & Company help. They work hard to make the tax preparation process as painless as possible. With offices in Ocala and the Villages, their team is dedicated to helping clients with corporate and personal tax returns, bookkeeping for businesses, and estate planning for the future. Crippen & Company crafts a truly customized experience for each client's needs while alleviating stress and creating a big picture of your overall financial health. Call 352-732-4260 or visit crippencpa.com to get started.
WWOCA, WWWWOCA.
1370 WOCA.
So the one thing that we were led to believe, if you read the reports, and lots of things are out there today, including the agent for Tom Brady firing at the NFL, Ted Wells firing back at Brady's agent, and, of course, the surprise to the National Football League that, after all, Robert Kraft and Tom Brady are not Teflon men who are impervious to any kind of slings and arrows. Got to hit pretty hard. The conversation in the investigation, as we understood it, was Brady refused to turn his phone over to the investigators. I can't say that I want to put my phone in the hands of anybody either, as a matter of fact. But as it turned out, according to Ted Wells, who did the investigation, one of the things he said was he never asked for the phone. He just asked for any materials that were pertinent to the investigation.
Right, that's what he said. He said, He said Brady answered every question, but refused to turn over text messages and emails. Even when Wells said, "I don't want the phone. I just want the messages relevant to the case."
It sounds like, without knowing a lot of detail, I'm not going to pass myself off as an expert on that because I don't know except what I read. Terry Bradshaw knows a little bit more than we do, but even he says he doesn't know a great deal about it. It sounds like Ted Wells did a thorough job. What was it, 428 pages or something like that? And he talked to a lot of people. And those who say that it was circumstantial, which Robert Kraft does say, and we'll talk more about this during the roundtable discussion with Tom James next segment. But, yeah, it was circumstantial. But, by the way, people go to prison on circumstantial evidence all the time.
Well, Ted Wells would disagree on what some people are referring to as circumstantial. He calls some of the stuff, and I'll tell you more about that in the roundtable, he calls some of that direct evidence, not circumstantial.
Terry Bradshaw, very surprised at the outcome of this. We talked to him today, and here is what Terry said about Deflategate and Tom Brady.
So you think the prior record had an impact on the final decision? And
I would think so.
Let me ask you,
yeah.
Do you think it was a fair judgment, and what would you have recommended?
I've already said I did not think that anything would happen to Brady. I certainly didn't think it would be $1 million fine. I certainly didn't think they'd lose a 1 and a 4. And I did not think Brady would be touched, and I certainly didn't think he would get a 4-game suspension. Now, if I could have sat down and really thought, will this be a fair judgment by this commissioner, he really wanted to send a message, then I would suggest that probably he would have suspended Brady for the entire year. This is what he did Sean Payton down in New Orleans. I mean, he could have come after him. He's going to suspend him just suspend him for the whole season. I mean, the integrity of the league, this is what they preach. Integrity, which means honesty, and protect it. And but I after looking at it, it's pretty excessive. It's pretty excessive. I mean, 4-game suspension, $1 million, pretty excessive.
Yeah.
All for 2 pounds of air.
That sums it up, all for 2 pounds of air. Now, Bradshaw did say in the conversation, yes, it's definitely a competitive advantage. We talked about cheating, whether or not it's acceptable. We talked about the time that some of the Pittsburgh Steelers under Chuck Noll were caught putting silicone on their jerseys.
And Chuck Noll flipped out.
And said, stop it right now. So you have to wonder, is there cheating? At the same time, Terry admitted there were people passing around jars of greenies, which, of course, is speed pills. And back then they were not illegal.
Steroids weren't illegal back then.
They handed him one to Terry. Terry said, well, what is this? He had no idea. Vitamins, whatever it may be. He didn't take it, of course. So there's been cheating for a long time, various kinds. However, this is a little different. This was a poster board for the National Football League. This is a team that's known as a bunch of rogues. They're the Raiders of 2015.
They are.
The Raiders were used to
or that's what they looked at as.
Break. Well, I mean, they pushed the limit and beyond the limit, and this time they pushed the limit. It seems on the face of things, and as Terry said, he was shocked that it came down like this on Brady because he didn't think anything was going to happen about it. It seems such a trifle thing to worry about it. But someone must sit in judgment to decide, did this team get a competitive advantage by breaking its rules? And whether you argue what Terry did, which saying the case he got more points and more yards the second half when the balls were not underinflated, the fact remains is that it's like going to the mound and finding Vaseline on the pitcher's ear or whatever.
Cheating.
So it is what it is. So,
well, like he said, I like the analogy Drew. He said, look, it's about integrity of the game. And that got Sean Payton suspended for a year. About integrity of the game.
The biggest problem the National Football League's got right now with these things, in my opinion, is they don't really have a rule book for these kind of things. They got to establish precedent. They got to be consistent with that. And you can't have one team getting its coach suspended for a year, a Golden Boy quarterback sitting out for 4 games. And let's be honest about it. It hurts the league for Tom Brady to be out. It costs them TV ratings and revenues, whatever. But the fact remains is I kind of admire Troy Vincent for telling it like it was and saying, hey, you cheated. You got to pay for it. And he's paying for it. So a lot of different ideas and thoughts and opinion. You heard Terry Bradshaw's there, and we'll talk about it a little bit more coming up in the roundtable with Tom James in the next segment.
Well, let me ask you this, buddy. The opening game of the season, Thursday night, Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots. Ben Roethlisberger as the quarterback for Pittsburgh.
Jimmy Garoppolo for the
What's Jimmy Garoppolo? Where'd he go to college?
Holy Cross.
No, he went to the same place Tony Romo went to college. They play in the 4th game of the season. So if Brady's still suspended, you're going to have an Eastern Michigan showdown.
How about that? Yeah. Yeah, so but it's shocked the National Football League world, I'll tell you that, because it was a by the way, we'll talk about this later, not to change the subject.
You watching Jimmy Garoppolo, by the way?
No. I watched the game out of curiosity. I wanted to say in the next segment we're going to talk about Fowler and Fowler.
Yes, we are.
It was 2 guys in Jacksonville named Fowler. One had a great weekend and one had a horrible weekend.
Although today it got a lot better for one of the Fowlers, who the one that had a bad weekend, it got a little better for him today.
Well, it still means bad news. Maybe just a little bit less bad news, whatever it may be. So coming up, we'll talk about that. We didn't talk about the NBA very much. We got to get back. We got to get back to the Cavaliers, obviously, and what happened there with the coach and the star, and obviously that's ugly. Although LeBron says, he gets in the hot water because of me. He has to coach me, and there's a certain amount of truth to that.
There is.
But excuse me, the basic rule of put the ball in the hands of the guy who can score. When you don't do that, you're not making a good decision as a coach.
The coach with 11 championships as a coach never had Michael Jordan inbounding the ball when he drew up a play. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, for sure. So NBA doesn't have my attention just yet. I watched LeBron. I wondered why. I thought about that. And part of it is because we had the Heat in there all the time. And it's a Florida team. I got more interested with LeBron and the Heat in there. But it just seems like maybe it's just a bit removed from us being so many. Like, I don't follow Memphis. Golden State's on too late for me to see at nighttime. I never watched Atlanta very much, so I can't get excited about some of the teams. Although I will watch as we get closer.
Well, Al Horford's on Atlanta. Joakim Noah's in Chicago. You can watch for that reason.
I watched the Bulls series a little bit, obviously.
But our esteemed colleague Tom James will tell you, if there's not gold and purple involved, it's really not the NBA.
I didn't know about the esteemed part. Is that something new?
I'm contractually obligated to refer to him as the esteemed colleague once a show.
Well, somebody should
when he's
told
there,
me that, because I wasn't going to call him that at all.
I'm contractually obligated.
Oh, you are.
You're not.
No, okay, good. I'm glad to know, because I don't like those contractual obligations. They get you in a lot of trouble. But when you got a high-paid talent, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
You got to do what he tells you.
He wants the mints put on the pillow, the sheets turned down, and for me to say he's esteemed.
All right, coming up in the next 15 or 20 minutes, Tom James joins us. We'll talk about Deflategate. Let's give it another name if we can. About Bradshaw's comment.
The Brady cheating scandal.
Bradshaw's comments, as a matter of fact, Golson, where will he wind up? If so, will he make a difference in that team? Maybe we'll work in a little bit of golf and the fantastic finish and not so good conduct of the fans in the Players' Championship. And also another Fowler, 2 Fowlers in Jacksonville. One had a great weekend, one did not. We'll discuss that a little bit with Tom James. Tom, good to have you aboard. We saddle up and get ready. It's going to be interesting next segment.
Let's ride.
Ready to go? I didn't get you.
He's on the wrong. He sat at 4 instead of 5.
Well, you have so many choices around here.
Threw me off.
Well, it's been a tough day. I'll tell you that. All right. We'll take a break. Come back on the other side. It's roundtable time with Tom James, Buddy Martin, and Tom Smith right here on Buddy Sports.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local on the Source.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And so is State Farm agent Angie Lewis, working hard to serve her community as a citizen and insurance agent. Angie wants to help you as you adjust your insurance needs to your life, from everything to helping educate your teen driver to protecting your family against everyday risk. She wants to change the way you perceive insurance by developing relationships with her clients, which is why Angie and her staff are proud to be a part of so many good causes in Ocala. In turn, she has chosen to single out those who step up as leaders. Each month on the Voice of Ocala, Angie spotlights a good neighbor, saluting those who give exceptional service or do random acts of kindness to others. For this, Angie was written up in State Farm's national magazine. Angie also supports local businesses with a regular Biz Buzz.
Hi, I'm State Farm agent Angie Lewis. Come see me and my team for all your insurance and financial needs in the beautiful downtown historic district, 416 East Fort King Street, or call 291-2444.
If you missed Southern Pigskin Tonight recently, you missed Urban Meyer talking about what it takes to man up.
You hear the term man up or next man ready, and everyone says that. We've certainly been a part of situations where that hasn't happened, where the next man wasn't ready. Obviously, the credit goes to the player first.
So join us every Thursday at 5 p.m. for Southern Pigskin Tonight, right here on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
May is Watch Month. It's also a time to start thinking about that special graduate in your life. A terrific line of watches at Goss & Son Jewelers will make the perfect gift for that graduate. Rolex, Tag Heuer, Philip Stein. For graduation, birthdays, anniversaries, check out the line of fine watches and jewelry at Goss & Son Jewelers just to say I love you. Goss & Son Jewelers, the oldest Rolex jeweler in Central Florida, downtown Ocala for 65 years.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. A white Madison, Wisconsin police officer will not face criminal charges for fatally shooting an unarmed 19-year-old biracial man in March. Prosecutors say witnesses have said the man was acting erratically and had assaulted two people. Madison's black community staged rallies for a week after the shooting. A fast-track trade bill has hit a speed bump. Senate Democrats are filibustering a key part of President Obama's plan that would let him move quickly on a Pacific trade deal.
You can't make this stool stand up with just two legs.
Oregon Democrat Ron Wyden helped craft the legislation, but is now helping block it unless it's packaged with other bills aimed at protecting American workers and currency.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. GOP senators want to debate those issues. On Wall Street, stocks closed lower but did pare back losses as bonds recover from an earlier sell-off. The Dow was down 37 points. Fox News, we report, you decide.
It'll be home to 942 bursts of laughter, a 16-pound blackened turkey dinner, and the loudest burp on record. It'll be the site of the most legendary blanket fort ever built, not to mention the stage of the Great Pillow War of 2016. It'll also be the final resting place of two hamsters, and one of the sweetest turtles who will ever live. It will see its fair share of broken windows, broken bones, and broken hearts. But first, you have to find it. Start your home search at Zillow.com or on our family of apps. You can view millions of photos, browse historical pricing data, and even sign up for alerts when new homes hit the market. Because you're not just looking for a house. You're looking for a place for your life to happen. Zillow. Find your way home.
Pay your taxes, eat your vegetables, watch your weight, mow the lawn, clean the house. We all have stuff we don't want to do. Isn't it about time you did something you wanted to do? Like getting your pilot's license?
At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their Discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation. Call today. 861-7484.
WOCA.
Friday, May 29th, kicks off the second annual Ocala Bike Fest. It starts at Harley-Davidson of Ocala, where you'll find vendors, beer, food. It starts at 11 a.m. with a live DJ till 3 and live music from 3 to 7. Then Saturday starts off at Ocala Indian with a poker run at 10:30 a.m. It all ends up at ARC's main campus on Mare Camp Road, where you'll find bike games, 50-50 drawing, beer, and live music by the Blues Busters, Rusted Steel, and more. The best barbecue restaurants and food trucks in town are going to be there competing for the title of the Ocala Bike Fest's Best Barbecue, and most importantly, the chance drawing for the hardest decision you'll ever have to make. A brand new Harley or a brand new Indian? That's right. This year's winner will choose between the Harley or the Indian. Indian or the Harley? The 112-year battle continues. Which bike will go home with the lucky winner? The public is welcome to all events. No motorcycles needed. Come out, have fun, and help a great cause all at the same time. Friday and Saturday, May 29th and 30th. For more information, visit ocalabikefest.com.
Time now for our Southern Pigskin Tonight roundtable. Buddy Martin along with Tom Schmitz and Tom James will talk about a few topics in the news, get everybody to weigh in on them. And of course, the number one has to be what we know as Deflategate. I'm not willing to call it that anymore. Think of a new name, guys. Call it something else, Bradygate or something. But we know by now, obviously, it's a bit of a shock to a lot of people. The sentence that was handed down by the National Football League, the $1 million fine, the 4-game suspension, and the loss of a first-round and fourth-round draft choices. You can take several spins on this. One is that Brady deserved that, maybe more, for cheating, because let's face it, no matter what you call it, he is known as a cheater by many people. You can look at it saying, well, that's a bit stiff. That's a little bit too much. The guys are doing worse things all the time, and they don't get caught or don't have to pay a stiff fine. It doesn't bother them. And then you look at it like, you know what? Sean Payton got a year suspension. Why didn't Brady get more? Those are topics up for grabs, and we'll just open up the conversation now with Tom Schmitz to say, just top of mind, we got the news on deadline this week. This happened. We're all going like, wow, what is this all about?
I got a perfect name for it. The Deflator Brady. That's perfect. The Deflator Brady, because that's what he was. There's no way anybody in their right mind. When this Wells report come out, I said, well, common sense says everything Ted Wells is saying makes sense. And he has text messages between a kid who nicknamed himself the Deflator, McNally, the equipment manager, who nicknamed himself Deflator, talking about what does he think? Oh, he thinks that you're under a lot of stress when you're out there doing that with another equipment manager. Well, he has to refer to as Brady in my mind. That's what Ted Wells, the conclusion he came with. But there's no way anybody with common sense would say that a quarterback who, as we all know, NFL quarterbacks these days overmanage, micromanage everything that they're involved with. Peyton Manning does it. Tom Brady does it. Drew Brees does it. The best do it. They make sure that they have the best of everything. Brady was going to make sure he has balls that are comfortable for him to throw. And for people to say that Brady had no idea this kid was deflating, he's taking air out of these balls, is ridiculous. It was done under Brady's guidance, in my opinion, for his comfort.
All right, that's circumstantial. Some will say, Tom James, in a court of law, it'd be circumstantial, but you can convict somebody on circumstantial evidence. It's pretty clear that there was more than just the guys themselves, the ball boys, doing it on their own. I think the question now becomes, does this tarnish Brady's image?
Well, I don't think it tarnishes Brady's image as a Hall of Famer. I don't think it tarnishes his image as a multiple-time Super Bowl champion. I don't think it's as big a thing as having to put an asterisk next to this guy, or I don't think it risks his chances of being in the Hall of Fame. I mean, A 4-game penalty, $1 million, and the draft picks, to me, looks like giving the death penalty to somebody who got convicted of aggravated assault. I mean, that's what it looks like to me.
As we heard Terry Bradshaw say earlier, he says if they're going to suspend Sean Payton for a year, well, why not suspend Tom Brady? Now, he doesn't recommend they do it. He's just saying that if you add 2 and 2, you get 4. And he said in our conversation that did make air that the worst thing for Tom Brady is now he'll be known as a cheater. And Terry says, I just don't think of him as a cheater. So consequently, he has to arrive with that. Now, if he were a Raider, I guess that would be a badge of courage. But he's the cover boy of the National Football League.
How much of this, though, the cheating moniker goes towards the arrogance Brady had about this whole incident in the first place and the prior bad acts the Patriots got caught for with the Spygate, with the taping of teams' practices? I mean, here it is. Here it is with Brady, his arrogance. When they asked him 2 days afterwards, how about this deflation of balls? Brady said, remember that morning interview? Yeah, whatever. They're looking, who cares what they're looking into? His arrogance has led to a lot of this.
Yeah, as Terry said also, Terry Bradshaw said, if he was innocent, why didn't he turn over his phone? Here's the thing about we learned today is that Ted Wells came out swinging when he heard what the agent for Brady said and said, I never really asked for the phone. I just asked for the material that was pertinent to the investigation. So it's a little bit of a curveball there. But clearly, I guess maybe it could have been worse. In my opinion, it was about right.
It was about right. Well, here's the thing. I think the repeat offender issue with the Patriots played a part in the severity of the penalties, but also, you look at what kind of a thing this was with New England and deflating footballs to gain a competitive advantage. Whereas you look at Bountygate with the New Orleans Saints, they were out trying to hurt guys, put them out of the game, and get them off the field. Does this rise to the level of that kind of an activity? I don't think it does. So where you see Sean Payton getting a year suspension as opposed to Tom Brady getting, 1/4 of that, sounds about right to me.
All right, next topic. Ponte Vedra, the tournament that wants to be a major. Tremendous finish on Sunday. You couldn't ask for better golf. And the playoff scene we had, you got guys hitting great shots coming down the stretch. Certainly, Ricky Fowler broke through. He managed to win a big event, and he did it in a classic fashion with tremendous shots, especially at 17. At the same time, another member of the playoff, Sergio Garcia, who has his detractors in this country because of the connection with the Ryder Cup, experienced some unfortunate discourtesy by the fans at Ponte Vedra. If you heard the telecast, it sounded like, as someone said, a bunch of guys liquored up out there who would just kind of get a piece of Sergio and chanting in a sort of a demeaning way, USA, USA, at him in the playoff. Number one question, how much was this worth to Ricky Fowler in his career and his breakthrough? And secondly, does it just go to show you that the fans, even at Ponte Vedra in the Great Players Championship, they're never going to compare it to what they have at Augusta because it would never happen in the Masters?
First off, the effort Ricky Fowler put in and the way he won it against Sergio Garcia and Kistner was epic. But the crowd is just that. They're fans of golf and a crowd of golf fans. They're not patrons that we're used to seeing at Augusta. It is the players actually go out of their way. The Players Championship goes out of its way to make sure the 17th is not quite as raucous as the Phoenix Open, but they want that kind of atmosphere. They do it to themselves. And once again this year, I saw fans not only rude to golfers, but I saw two different fans get tased around the 17th green because they had had way too much and were acting like complete idiots.
And that wasn't you.
No, it was not me. Was not me.
Sure about that.
Was not me.
We got to review the video.
Yeah.
But those things would never happen at Augusta because Augusta would never let those kind of fans in. And unfortunately, the players welcome those kind of fans around the 17th.
You'd never get to that level at Augusta.
Absolutely. Ricky Fowler?
Ricky Fowler, you want to get results out of a great athlete, regardless of what sport it is. Rank him the most overrated player in a poll by his peers, and then a few weeks later watch him win the TPC. I mean, that is what drives great athletes. We've seen it time and time again. So I think with Ricky, he made all the right shots at all the right moments on every hole coming down the stretch. Unfortunately, his family didn't see most of that. They were at the Jacksonville airport.
But they came back.
Turned around and got back just in time for the playoff, which I think is great.
Here's the number. On Sunday, on 17, he had to play it 3 times.
Yeah.
He was 3 under.
Yeah, I think he might have been 5 under for the tournament.
He was 5 under for the tournament, but 3 under on Sunday on that one hole.
The one thing I noticed about him, and maybe it's because he was criticized, he was on a mission. He had a very calm demeanor. He never got excited when he hit a good shot or discouraged when he hit a bad one. He didn't hit many bad ones the last 6 holes, that's for sure. So it was a sort of a coming out party for Ricky Fowler. Unfortunately, another guy in Jacksonville named Fowler didn't have quite the same luck. On Saturday, the Players' Championship, in the very first workout, Dante Fowler, the Florida defensive rush-in his first camp, went down with an ACL and hadn't signed his contract.
On Friday. That happened Friday afternoon.
Yeah, well, we talked about it Saturday.
Right,
the Players.
Right. Friday it broke. Mark Long actually talked to me about it, and Mike DiRocco said on the air with us, ESPN that covers the Jags, that it happened right in front of him, and it was just a normal drill. They were just engaged, and he went awkward, and he tore his knee up. And the one thing Mike DiRocco said is the hatred and the visceral messages that the offensive guard or tackle who locked up with Dante Fowler was getting from Facebook and Twitter was uncalled for, and it's just amazing how fans will immediately have nothing to do with it.
He took an awkward position and got hurt in a freak accident.
Yes,
but that's how mean they are. You're right. And Tom James, I think we'll see some legislation in the league now. No more guys doing early camps without signing their contract.
Well, their agents won't let them do it.
Yeah, and Tom, there was some good news, Tom Schmitz, on that.
Well, yeah, he had signed he signed a letter that covered him in case of injury before he signed his contract. So the Jacksonville Jaguars honored that today, and Dante Fowler signed for what the 3rd overall pick should sign for in his slot area. Yeah. He signed for $23 million, all of it guaranteed, however. So even if he doesn't come back from this injury, even if this, God forbid, could be the end of his NFL career, the Jaguars will pay him a full $23 million guaranteed.
4 years, $23.5 million.
Yeah. Time for one comment. Everett Golson finished up at Notre Dame. He's shopping his wares around. There's talk about him going to South Carolina. He worked out, or at least didn't work out. He went to Florida and Tallahassee this week. He will obviously pick one of his schools. If you said now, I think Everett Golson goes to this school, who would it be, Tom Schmitz?
Florida State University.
Tom?
Well, since he visited Gainesville today, I'm going to go with the University of Florida. He needs a quarterback-friendly coach, which he did not have at Notre Dame. He needs a quarterback-friendly coach and a guy who's looking to make a splash. In a situation where he can succeed, I think Gainesville's the place.
I'm going South Carolina. He's from Myrtle Beach. There's a quarterback-friendly coach up there I know of.
Well,
I believe he may be a good match for Everett, and he needs a quarterback, whether it could be a perfect marriage. Tom Schmitz, Tom James, along with Buddy Martin. That's a roundtable for today. Stay tuned. More coming your way right here on the Voice of Ocala Buddy Sports page.
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local.
On The Source.
Do you remember when summer was a celebration? You know, no schools, no worries, just days packed with your favorite pastime. It was the splendid season you dreamed of all year long. But as you got older and busier, the summer seemed to lose its sparkle. Where did those carefree days go? Well, they're closer than you think. Summer's still sensational at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club, where you can come out and play the grown-up way with our affordable summer memberships. Enjoy our championship golf course celebrating the game's greatest holes, hard-true tennis courts, and a state-of-the-art fitness center. Explore our stately 77,000 square foot clubhouse and unwind at our relaxing spa.
Don't forget the pool!
It's a summer unlike any other, and it's yours with a Golden Ocala summer membership. You can call Golden Ocala at 629-6229 to inquire about a summer membership, or you can visit goldenocala.com to learn more. That's goldenocala.com.
Hello, I'm Dawn Lovell, lead event designer and owner at Party Time Rentals. Have you ever wondered what it takes to make an event spectacular? Well, look no further. It's what we do every day. Whether you're hosting an intimate dinner for 10 or a gala for thousands, at Party Time Rentals, we find just the right style and elegance to make your event a success. Our extensive inventory of the finest in chandeliers, tents, crystal, china, and specialty items is featured in our fabulous showroom. Stop by and say hello. It's a great way to get ideas for an event and experience for yourself how you can make your party time special.
Party Time Rentals, located on Southwest 10th Street, just off Route 200 in Ocala, and off Southwest 34th Street in Gainesville. For more information, call 352-629-8858. That's 352-629-8858. The party begins at Party Time.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For the rest of your Tuesday, a shower, thunderstorm, otherwise clouds, low 68 to 70. Partly sunny with a thunderstorm in spots Wednesday, high 89 to 93. Wednesday night, clouds, low 67 to 71. Thursday, high 90 to 92.
This weather forecast brought to you by Tri-County Generators 1-800-622-1957. Don't get caught with your power down. Call Tri-County Generators now, 1-800-622-1957.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
You're listening to The Source, your home for Fox News and Fox Sports Weekends.
Buried under receipts and confusing tax code, let Crippen & Company help. They work hard to make the tax preparation process as painless as possible. With offices in Ocala and the Villages, their team is dedicated to helping clients with corporate and personal tax returns, bookkeeping for businesses, and estate planning for the future. Crippen & Company crafts a truly customized experience for each client's needs while alleviating stress and creating a big picture of your overall financial health. Call 352-732-4260 or visit CrippenCPA.com to get started.
WOCA AM 1370
96.3
All right, so let's talk a little hoop. I did not know who Michael White was. I plead guilty to that. I'm sorry. I don't follow. I'm sorry, Terry Bradshaw is your alma mater. I don't follow Louisiana Tech basketball, and so I just didn't know who he was. And I know a lot of Mike Whites. There've been coaches named Mike White, whatever. So when Tom James texted me and said, "What about Mike White?" I said, "Who is he?" And Tom Spence, you didn't know who he was either.
When you said Mike White's been hired as the coach at the University of Florida, I said, thought they were going to do a search.
Yeah. Turns out he was the only guy they talked to.
The only guy.
The only guy.
Yeah, and I must say, after listening to him talk, and we heard that we don't have that bite around, did we, anywhere? Where we had a bite of him yesterday in the press conference. We'll hear it on Southern Pigskin. Yeah. In what everybody's talking about, and then Terry Bradshaw, who just raved about this guy and knows him personally. And you talk about what Foley wanted. I wasn't very warm to the idea at first because I figured anybody I did never heard of that Can't be that good, but I could be corrected here. It looks like he's got the breeding. His dad, of course, is AD at Duke. Everybody says he's a great recruiter. He's very enthusiastic, upbeat guy. He plays up-tempo basketball. I mean, it sounds like the guy. I have one bone to pick with him in his interview. Don't say that I'm succeeding Billy Donovan. You're not succeeding him. You're following him.
Right.
There's a whole bit of difference. I know that was a misstep of the tongue. But anyway, I like what I see so far. You guys?
Yeah, he seems like his own man. I mean, it's always, how many times have we seen it be so hard to be the guy that follows the guy? And that's what he is. That doesn't necessarily guarantee, though, that you're going to fail. I mean, if he's going to run his own offense the way he wants to do it in his style of play, and he's done that at Louisiana Tech. Now, he didn't go to the NCAA tournament with La Tech. He coached there for, 3 years?
4 years, 3 years, 4 years, went to the NIT, but never made the tournament.
NIT 3 times. I think he was 101 and 40.
In a conference that only gets one bid.
That's right. That's right. He was actually he came up on my radar a few years ago as the third choice for Florida Gulf Coast's head coaching job. When
he
they
can't
hired
wait to get that in. The
Yeah.
third choice for Florida Gulf.
Oh, but this was 4 years ago, buddy. I mean, he's done a lot since then. He's done a lot since then.
How about this? We remember Adolph Rupp. Who followed Adolph Rupp at Kentucky?
Joby Hall.
Worked out pretty good there. We could have the next Joby Hall.
Sure did. He won a national championship.
But Joby Hall was already on. He was Rupp's.
He was already on the staff.
So
I know.
Different.
That's right. That's right.
Let me just get this in right now because I'm going to run out of time. I want to thank our guests today. First of all, I want to thank you. I thank Dave Del Rio and the Restaurant Food Show. Jason James, owner of the Black Bear Smokehouse. Good luck to the new restaurant over on 200. And of course, Terry Bradshaw, who was with us in the first part of the show, will be with us live on Friday and a little bit on Southern Pigskin. And what's this guy's name here? Tom.
He's my esteemed colleague, Tom
He's
James.
the guy that does all the great basketball play-by-play and that football play-by-play. Tom James. Tom, thanks for being with us tonight. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Tom Schmitz.
Yeah.
I ain't saying nothing to you tonight.
I know.
The esteemed Tom Schmitz.
Yeah. Well, anyway, thank you. Have a good
night.
The
steamed isn't mad.
Have a good night, everybody. If you've been hearing about the crowd at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill and were worried because you couldn't get in, I've got some good news for you. Seating is now available. While you're there, look up Chef Dave Del Rio. He'll buy you a drink. Now is the time for you to finally see firsthand what your friends are talking about at Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill. Try Chef Dave's tantalizing Louisiana menu. Check out those gorgeous Lake Weir sunsets. Eaton's Beach Sandbar and Grill on beautiful Lake Weir. Seating now available. May is Watch Month. It's also a time to start thinking about that special graduate in your life. A terrific line of watches at Goss & Son Jewelers will make the perfect gift for that graduate. Rolex, Tag Heuer, Phillips Stein. For graduation, birthdays, anniversaries, check out the line of fine watches and jewelry at Goss & Son Jewelers just to say I love you. Goss & Son Jewelers, the oldest Rolex jeweler in Central Florida. Downtown Ocala for 65 years.
Who doesn't love heading out on the boat with a family, hitting the ATV trails with friends, or blazing new stretches of highway with riding buddies? Your toys are your ticket to outdoor fun. At the McDonald Allstate Agency, we get to know you and help make sure you have all the